All right, guys, the tuning fork. This is a lot of fun. All right, guys. How's everybody doing today? I gotta turn the... It doesn't look like it, but I gotta turn the lights on, and I'll turn the music down. We got some orders. We got some orders. Okay. Thank you, Jeff. We got a new assistant. Let's go ahead. Can you turn that music down? Can you turn it down? Thank you. All right. You got a new assistant, Jeff. We'll see how long he lasts. We got some orders. Got some orders for the drill booklets and stuff. Where did I put it? Where is it? 1 second. The assistant. Come on. He's the new cadet. He's a new cadet. It's fine. It's fine. Colin Clark, your name is Jeff. My name is... Oh, never mind. 21 Drum Street. There you go. I was like, damn, you got 2 first names and your name is Jeff? Wow. Wow. Got the brand new proof for the brand new Smart Rider drills. How you doing, Dave? How you doing? How you doing? The brand new proof. So I approved it. This one actually had some errors. I made an error, but I made some adjustments and then I approved the new one. But this is the physical booklet. It's always fun to get, there it is. It's always fun to, like, whenever I make a new book, I like to get like a physical proof with or without errors. You know, I always double check it, obviously, you know, every page. And even the ones with the errors, it's like a one of a kind. And then I keep that in my little portfolio thing. I have like a bookshelf and whatnot. So I have like some of the other ones, like this one, I have an error. I have like this one, I have an error. I have this one, I have an error. So like I have like the one of a kind prototypes at home, and I really love that. And so this is, okay, I know. So, okay, let's go ahead and pop all these up. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. The original, right? So we got 4 books over the years, okay? Originally, I created, it's the very first version of the Smart Writer Training Manual. It's basically the Smart Writer Guide. I don't sell that anymore because, I mean, it's great and all, but I'm making a new one. So this is like one of the first ones, and if you can tell, let's go over a little history, guys. We're going to talk about some of you guys' weeks. I see the chat. Some of the original stuff. Let's go ahead, like the original FTR out in the parking lot. I love the actual. I like that a lot. But it has. Let's go ahead and find a picture of me. It's really ridiculous. This fat ass over here. Look at that fatty with a big beard. Look at that guy. Yeah, it's got the old school stuff on it. There's been some additions and revisions and whatnot. It's a slightly different cone layout, very slightly. And I wanted you guys to start and stop on the bottoms because I wanted you to practice your braking at the end. And then I decided let's do it for time, so don't stop. But a lot of these had an exit out the other side. So the 4-leaf clover. So the stop is on the other side. So I had an entry and exit on 2 different sides. I thought that was fun. But then I started realizing, some people only have like a dead-end street and you can't really, get to the end. So we just made it to where, I say we, I mean me, just made it to where it's only one entry and exit for the most part. You guys know that one, the hot air balloon, entry and exit on the bottom. So this was the first one. I wanted it kind of side by side. I love the look of it like this. And then I made, let's go over here, a little history over here. And then I worked with Pranker. So I feel like that's how you say his name. That's how it looks to me. Prankerana. Found him on Instagram. Great dude. Love working with him. He's charging a lot more, which he should. He's an amazing artist from India. And I follow his Instagram, which I'm gonna put that in the chat real quick. I'm gonna put that in the chat. I want you guys to follow him. And then if you get on like any of his stuff, just say DanDanTheFireman sent you. Maybe he'll give me a discount. Let me go find him. Let's go prank. I love his stuff. And he's made a few things for me. He made the challenge coin logo and all that stuff. So this is his Instagram. Great portfolio or profile, whatever you want to call it. Basically, he posts all his stuff, and his stories are pretty cool. But it's the rescue booklet. So that he's the illustrator. I'm the one that came up with all the curriculum and everything. But great stuff. He helped me design all of this. Great to work with. Easy to work with, too. Very quick, also. Give me some good first drafts and everything before he colored them in and everything. Really cool. So this was the second book, so I really wanted something for rescue to pop out. And then I decided to go Smart Writer Games. Like Smart Writer Game. I wanted to turn the drills into a game, almost like a board game, like a video game, but book, motorcycle, stuff like that. After I did that, made a bunch of sales, did all that stuff. This is how business works. Made back what my investment was and all that stuff, made some profit and all that stuff. So, that's good because it pays the bills. But everyone was still buying the drills. So it made me think, well, people don't want to play a game. They want to train. Okay, cool. So I still got a bunch of these. I got to sell them. I could do a big discount. And I wanted to make it a game, something easy, and then I can expand on. So there's only 16 drills? Something like that? 16 drills? Came up with a new design for it. So it's a new design. That's the new cone layout compared to the old one. Let's go ahead and get to that. And I had the idea of doing QR codes and whatnot. A little bit easier to look at too. It's a different cone layout than the old style. And I was having fun with it. I switched it from the horizontal, the landscape format, to the vertical. A little bit easier to see. And then also it made it easier. I learned that because when I made this, and I made a digital version of it, people were like, I can't really see it on my phone very well, blah, 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 and all that stuff. I was like, okay, good feedback. So I spent some time and converted these into like a vertical format. And I was like, well, might as well just make a vertical format book with the vertical format digital download. And that's what I did with these. So these are fun. Still has the QR codes on the bottom so you can see what I do. And then I took away some of the pictures. And so here it just has like one goal and like one picture. On these ones, it was like all in. Like, I mean, look how busy that looks. I mean, I think it looks cool because I like having something busy. You know, the legend shows you the legend, difficulty, the goals, QR code, a picture, all that stuff. I liked it. Wanted to make it more simple, just so you can look at it. And then, here we go. Brand new. Brand new. So here's the front page of it. We went right back to the Smart Rider training drills, the motorcycle training drills. That was, boom, here it is, instead of the games. And yeah, I took a little bit from the games. If you notice, like, you know, the little disclaimer, hey, be safe, guys. Took a little bit from the games when it comes to the gear selection, what you can kind of start with. And these are the same recommendations from the MSF. So if you show up to the MSF, they provide you a helmet, gloves. But they recommend, and it's actually, I'm sorry, it's required you wear at least a long sleeve shirt, long pants like khakis or jeans, and then above ankle boots. No, it has to be closed toed, can't be sandals and all that stuff. So that's what I offered here. You know, it's like just do the same thing. And then the dimensions are a little bit different, a little bit set up, a little bit easier. Okay. In the games, this was 2 feet away. I recognize 4 feet's a little bit easier, especially when you're exiting out. And then it's an exit versus a start. Yeah, the green screen magic, you can, yeah. And so, yeah, we got the drills. So I made absolute beginner drills for the games because I wanted you guys to get started. And also, this is going to be playing into the Smart Rider training manual. This is a big U-turn, so you're going to practice starts and stops. This is another couple U-turns right here. This one is going to be basically a U-turn with a little bit of a swerve at the end, so it's really good. We got the lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. We have the bootlace. We have a new one, the jellyfish. You can see a little bit. I brought back the orbit from the originals. There's a picture of me. That's nice. The snake, I had to adjust it because this used to exit out, so the games I adjusted. And we have a brand new one called the tuning fork. We have the boxer's glove. That's one of my favorites. The zigzag, that used to be an expert one or like a difficult one, but I put it as moderate because it's actually kind of not that bad. We got the kidney. That one's a tough one, but I think it's a good one. Triple threat, anaconda. So here's the mess up. I accidentally kept the word stop, and I didn't put start on the bottom, so I had to fix that. The beggar. I hope I fixed that. I remember changing this. The exit. We'll double check. Well, it's too late now. I already sent it off to printing. So the first 100, if there's a mess up, you guys get a cool one. The beggar. That's a brand new one. He looks like he's begging. Help me, I'm poor. Little beggar. The rabbit ears. We added the dizzy bike back in. And I changed this one. This one used to be called the butterfly. It doesn't look like a butterfly. So I called it the crisscross now. The Octothorpe is back. You know, hashtag. I wanted to use the original Octothorpe #. We got the hot air balloon. Now we're in the experts. Hot air balloon, and then the loop-de-loop. That's a fun one to say. And the roller coaster, I changed it up because it used to exit out, and I wanted to make it a little bit different. And it's basically like a roller coaster. You're going like this, basically. And then that's the end. So there's the back side of me. There's me. Each one has a QR code that brings you to the video of me doing it. And then I decided to add, I got rid of the goals and like everything. So you just have the difficulty, the video, the design, the title of it, Smart Rider drills. And then on the bottom, I put my time. My time. So you guys have something to like try to beat. This isn't going to be available till the end of the month, the physical booklet, but the digital booklet version of it is already available. The digital version is already available. It probably has the screw ups on it though. So if you get the digital version, I'm going to update it, and then I'll send out to everybody that has purchased it. So you'll get the updated, so you'll get 2. It's not a big deal. That's just digital stuff, so just delete the old one. But this is available probably at the beginning of August. Let's just say that, beginning of August. I'm not doing pre-orders of it right now. I'll probably set up a pre-order thing if you really want to. But you can get the digital version right now. You know what, screw it. Let's just do a pre-order. Let's just set it up. It's going to take me a little bit. So while we're here, while I'm doing this, because I got to change I have to like change the description and whatnot. Let's just do a pre-order. Because I'm telling you guys about it. Might as well. Let's do this. How's everybody's week? I'm just going to say August 5th, but when it comes in, I'll send an email. Let's do this. Until August 5th. You will receive both the new and old booklets while supplies last. That actually might help because I'm moving soon. There we go. So it's considered a pre-order now. So the Smart Rider motorcycle training drills would be a pre-order. If you order anything, if you order from this, like if you order the physical booklet, it's not going to come in. Like I'm not going to be shipping any of these Smart Rider training drills until August 5th. I'm assuming that because they said July 23rd I should be getting it, but who knows about delays and whatnot. And I'll be moving some stuff. So if you do get it, it's for pre-order. You'll get this, the new one, and you'll get the old one. You'll get both of these if you pre-order now. And then once that's done, I'm probably just going to give away the old ones to peoples. Or maybe just keep selling them or just combining them until they're gone. So, there it is. So pre-order now if you want to. The link's at the top of the chat. Link's at the top of the chat. Let's see how it looks. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So that's the new booklet. Why it feels like it's zoomed in. I might have to adjust this. It's too crazy. So pre-order the new booklet if you want. Look, we got 91 5-star. Somebody gave me a 3-star. For the price, it should be published with better, preferably water-resistant material. Okay. And a stronger binding solution than a few staples. Well, this is what is it called? It's not saddle. Is it saddle? It's saddle stitch. It's because it's it's a small book. It's like what, 30 pages. It's meant for practice outdoors and for folks like me year round. It'll be exposed to the elements. There's a digital version. You get the digital version with it, so you can put it on your phone too. Solid info, but definitely recommend. Okay, cool, good feedback. But everyone loves it. But yeah, it's available. It's available for pre-order. So if you want to get it, go ahead. So the digital only is 19, booklets 29. booklet and cones is $49. So if you get the booklet only or booklet and cones, you do get the digital. So you don't have to buy both. You don't have to buy both. If you buy the booklet only, you get the digital too. You get that also. And it should state in here. Oh, I should probably change. Yeah, I didn't say it does. I need to do that. I thought I did. Must have accidentally changed it. Let's go back to the dorm room. Let's go ahead and make that adjustment. Because it's true, like you get it. So maybe I made it sound, I probably made it like, oh, here's a bonus. Booklet plus cones and receive the digital version also. Let's go ahead and make this bold so everyone can see it. Bold, italicize, underline, emphasize. There we go. How you doing, Moto Gaga? I see you in the chat. Let's go ahead and view it. Let's see what it looks like. Well, it should be updating. It should be updating. All right. There we are. Boom. Purchase the booklet or booklet plus cones and receive. We'll do and because that's what it's actually. So there you go. It's saved. It'll update and receive the digital version. Also, look at that. Boom. So if you pre-order now, like the booklet, you'll automatically get the digital download right away. So you can start, and then at the end of the month or at the beginning of next month, all of a sudden you'll boom get the thing. So we got some videos. Let's go back to the dorm room though. How you doing, Moto Gaga? So you guys, those of you that participated in the Smart Writer Game Season 1, you should have gotten an email this morning. So if you're in here that you've participated, so that means you uploaded and you did the Google form. So I got your email. If you participated that way, you should have gotten an email this morning asking for your Discord name and your shipping address, because I'm going to be sending out a challenge coin to you, because it was a fun time, fun season. So the next season, I said August. We're going to do September because I'm moving. So I'm currently packing a ton of stuff. And I'm going to be moving in August. And it's just the timeline is too much. So every quarter, we're going to do the third month of the quarter, we're going to do the games. That's just kind of how it's going to set up. Or maybe we'll adjust it. But right now, September is going to be the new season. So season 2 of the Smart Writer Games. Only four drills. So you also should have gotten the digital download. Those 14, 15 of you should have gotten a digital download in that email. You click it. Let me know if it works. If it doesn't work, let me know. It should, because I tested it out. You'll get the digital download for the next season's 4 drills, which are actually all the new drills that are in the Smart Writer drill booklet. We're going to do an easy, moderate, hard, and expert. The expert's going to be the roller coaster. So we're gonna have fun with that one. When you're a fireman, how many vacation did you have for the year? Not like 10 or 12. It wasn't a ton, but there were full 24-hour shifts that you got off. So if you worked it out well, you could easily take like 2 weeks off. I used one every month just to, because it was a lot. It was a lot to work. I was always burnt out. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, if you want to click the link at the chat or at the top, you can get the new booklet. The download worked for you? Good. What else? What else did we do? We did this week. Oh, so my dog Stella got a flare-up of colitis. Not as bad this time, actually. She did have two accidents around 3 a.m. in the morning. I set up my camera inside to check for motion, and the second night it was at 3 a.m. So that's about average what she does. She couldn't hold it in. But got her on some meds again. We're doing the whole thing. And now I'm going to try to do some preventative stuff. So like some probiotics and whatnot on top of some easy food for her. So we're going to see how that goes. My birthday's this weekend. I'll be out of town Saturday, coming back Monday. I'm going to go kayaking, go to medieval times, do some fun stuff with my girlfriend. That's going to be fun. So I'm really hoping Stella's going to be good because we're taking the dogs. So hopefully she's gonna be good for the weekend. I want that to be the case. But yeah, a little housekeeping. So the Smart Rider drills. Once the Smart Rider games are done, once they're gone, I'm gonna just kind of take that off because the games is gonna be the tournament stuff that we do, and so it's really just gonna be the Smart Rider drills. That's it. And then what else? I'm going to be working tonight or today on updating the writingsmart.com website so that it's not going to be, hey, you can get the drills, you can get the training manual and become a member. It's going to be a straight membership website. I'm going to work on setting up some newsletters and whatnot. And I'm going to be working on some thumbnails for the courses that are for members only. So if you're a member, let me know how those courses are going for you. Give me some feedback if you can. I'll probably send out some newsletters asking for feedback and whatnot because, I'm trying to figure out if the website is doing good. I want to make sure there's no bugs, it's easy to navigate, like all these things. So I'll send a newsletter at some point about that, asking everybody that's a member for that. And then I really want to, once I move and I get everything situated, we're back to filming and everything. We're back to creating more stuff. And then working on the Smart Rider training manual, the physical version. I actually have the new layout and everything in Photoshop, so I'm ready to go on that. And then we're going to make the writing, this class that we do Tuesdays, which might go to Thursdays in the morning. It's going to be an actual class. It's not just crashes and close calls. We're going to be pulling some new footage, some old footage from the manual, making an actual class. Try to see if I can do like an 8-week cycle rotation for the class stuff, which would be the stuff that you get as a member. But the thing is, remember, I put in the membership is that you're helping support the free education for everyone on YouTube, but it's only going to be live stream stuff. It's not going to be like an actual video right off the bat. I'm not going to use those videos for standalone videos. So you have to be on the live stream to be able to see it or watch the whole live stream. Makes it more convenient for you if you're a member. You just got it. What else do we got? So everyone here at Juanita, you're doing good. Hector, Dan, any advice do you give riders when you experience their first heavy rain while riding? Take it a little bit slower. Just go a little bit slower. Be more cautious. Realize that you're riding in a lot of rain. It's going to take a lot of brain power. Give yourself more room to brake, more time and more room to accelerate. We're talking about traction loss, really. And on the turns, take it a little bit slower. Try to stay as upright as possible. And try not to be so close to the car in front of you because they kick up that mist, and it's really going to mess with your vision. Just take it easy. Trust your tires. If your tires are bald, you're going to have a bad time. If you have newish tires or they still have some good tread, your tires are going to do its job. I broke in my 5th metacarpal in a collision with a car. Dan, you're right. We don't win in about. No. Metacarpal, huh? Is the 5th one the pinky side or the thumb? Because these are metacarpals. I'm sorry, these are carpals. Which one's the carpals? I think... Dang, I forgot. There's carpals and metacarpals. And then phalanges. Phalanges. Those are your fingers and digits. I rode in the rain almost daily for almost 3 months. Wasn't fun at all. Rain gear makes a big difference too. That's another thing, is getting some rain gear, because you're going to be soaked. And it's not fun to be soaked. It's almost like camping and being soaked. It's not fun. You want to stay as dry as possible, which is going to be almost impossible. Let's take a look. What do we got here? We got some pre-orders already. Very nice. You guys are awesome. I appreciate that. Some pre-orders. Remember, they are pre-orders, so you're getting the digital version right away. You should be getting an email that says, here's the digital version. And then when it comes to the physical booklet, that's coming out when it comes out, okay? I just want you guys to be aware of that. Because I do get some emails like, when's the book coming out? It's like I put it in the description. I was definitely soaked. I turned on my hazard light in the storm yesterday, so helped. Yeah. Good. Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like you're riding normal. You're riding normal. It's just that you're having to add in this extra factor, which is slower on the acceleration, slower on the braking, more distance for both of those things, slower on the turning. That's really it. Vision is going to be a little impaired. Stuff like that. I have the babiest of faces because I'm bald. I'll be 38 next week. My girlfriend's sick right now. I'm 60 years of age and ready to retire. Nice. All right, what do we got? What do we got here, guys? We got 2 videos. We have a new Moto Stars video. We have an older one, about 4 years old. Christopher, I use like shop ones. I got like from Amazon, but you can get them from Home Depot. It's just like a jar of them. There's like 100 of them in there. The little foam ones, they work fine. They're cheap. You don't have to go crazy expensive. Like you lose one or they get nasty, just throw out the one and just grab a new pair. It'll last you forever. And then you can use it for anything else. Hector, nice. I just turned 47, ready to retire. Yeah, I'm ready to retire now. I'm 38. If I stayed in the fire service, I would have had 20 years when I turned 39. And then I could have retired. So next year. Time flies. And then I could have started this. No, I'm having fun doing what I'm doing here. It's the way content goes. I mean, during COVID, views were insane. Tons of views because everyone's not working. They're kind of sitting at home. Views have kind of nosedived to the point where it's pre-COVID. And that's not a big problem. Like it's not, it doesn't feel good. But it's not a big problem because, Rockform, Cardo, we got sponsors, we got the shop, we have the new membership stuff. So I didn't just sit around and just was like, like a lot of YouTubers like kind of disappear. A lot of them, they get these really big views. They either quit their job or whatever because they're getting money now from YouTube ad revenue. And even before YouTube ad revenue was big, I was just like, okay, we can't rely on this. We need more than one revenue stream, and decided to like build all these other things. And so here I'm able to still do this. I've been doing this since May 2018. What is that? 7 years? A little over 7 years full time. That's pretty crazy. So that's why I push like the sponsors. That's why I push the booklets. That's why I'm constantly focused. And if I was just focused on YouTube, we would have a lot more videos and a lot of different videos. But I have to like balance video production, the drills, the Smart Rider Challenge or Smart Rider games, the Smart Rider training manual, the Discord, all the different social medias, printing, shipping, all that stuff. So it's fun. It takes a lot of time. So I have to balance all that, but here's my priorities, guys. Here's my priorities when it comes to this stuff. Right now, obviously showing up Tuesdays and Thursdays. I couldn't do it this week because of Stella, my dog. Tuesdays and Thursdays live stream now with the After the Ride podcast. And then the Smart Rider crew. And then this was a priority, but I finished it. So that's great. And then, the Smart Rider training manual. Like those are the live streams, the Smart Writer Training Manual, and the Smart Writer Crew are like literally the only priorities I have. And inside those, it's making a lot of videos. Inside that, those are just like, let's think of them as like projects. It's like, cool, you got the project, but now you have to actually make the book, you have to make the curriculum, you have to make the syllabus, you have to make everything, and then you have to make the videos along with it. So there's a lot going on with that, and it takes a lot of time on top of having the personal stuff like Stella being sick, moving, and then not burning out. So I'm really so if you're in the Smart Writer Crew right here, you're in the chat, or if you want to join an online motorcycle club, what would you like to see? Like, what would you want? Like, let's kind of one sec. Got distracted. So it's invisible. They're green, but this is what I use. Just soft foam earplugs, 60 plus 1 pairs, whatever. 60 pairs. They're all green, so it's invisible. You know, whatever. Let's just do this. You guys know how this is. This is absolutely real. What we're doing here. This is really what's happening here. So don't worry about that green thing that I just brought down. So this is what I use. I bought these like a year and a half ago, and they're still good. Boop. There we are. That's all I use. So like, what would you like to see in an online club? So the way I like to look at it, let's go ahead and play around with this. This is how I'm viewing it, because I want you guys to understand kind of like what I'm trying to build here. This is how I view the Smart Writer Crew. Think of it. Oh, we got disconnected and reconnected. We're back. I just saw it on OBS. Just imagine. Just pretend. We have a building. Okay, let's say everyone here lives in Tucson, Arizona. Close your eyes. Imagine with me. Close your eyes. Go to sleep. Close your eyes. You're sitting down, relaxing. Feet are planted on the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Anyways, sit there, relax. We all live in Tucson. I somehow have a building. There's this nice building. It looks like the classroom we have here. We have dorm rooms. It's fun. It's great. It's awesome. We have a big lounge area where we all can kind of just meet up. Not just a classroom, but like, there's no bar because we don't drink, and ride. We don't do that. But let's say we have a taco truck outside. That's kind of cool. We have a nice little gear section of used gear and whatnot. We have all the booklets. We have the shop right there, so we have all the booklets and rescue stuff and everything. And we meet up. Let's say we meet up every Saturday morning. Let's say every Saturday morning. Let's pretend. Every Saturday morning, there's an open invite to everyone that's in the Smart Writer Crew to meet up. We either host a class, we film or do some drills, the games, we just have some fun. And then maybe there's like a little game section. So we play some Helldivers 2. We play some video games, whatever. A couple Xboxes, which is coming to Xbox August 26th. With some PlayStations, just fun stuff. Almost like a little mini arcade. Let's just pretend that. We serve breakfast burritos in the morning because we're doing it in the mornings. Maybe we'll do it in the evenings, or not in the evenings, but lunchtime sometimes because it gets cold in the winter maybe. So we have pizzas, right? Okay. Now, at the end of a Saturday, after doing some drills, for the 8th week in a row, maybe some class stuff, it's open. There's a suggestion box. Like, what would you want to do on a Saturday with the Smart Writer Crew? What would you want to do? So let's pretend I put I'm going to put my own little suggestion in there. I'm going to put some suggestions in myself. I would like to have a bike night where we all come together. Maybe it's in the evening. It's a bike night. And we have like our own little spots. And my eyes all lazy. I'm dehydrated. Have our own little spots. We have like a little bike night. Okay. I'd like to have a bike night. It's like maybe like a full on just game night. Okay. What about like a family night where we bring our, like we just show up with, obviously in a van or whatever and bring our kids, ages 8 to 18. Let's just say that 5 to 18. Let's do that. Yeah. Who cares? Bring all your kids. What else? What else do you guys think? Charity ride? Let's focus on a charity this, let's say in 3 months, we want to do a charity group ride to fundraise, or maybe like I don't know, like what do you guys think? If you are a part of an online motorcycle club, a group of friends, right? You guys meet up because we're focused on the Smart Rider principles. This is the kind of people that we're around. We're not around drunk people because we're not doing drinking and riding. We're not around violent, road rage filled people. We're focused on kind of having a good time. What would you guys like to see in the Smart Rider crew? Think about it. I see you guys still talking about your stuff. That sound like when my personal trainers say when he cracks my back and neck, oh geez, breathe in, breathe out, actually feel, yeah. Have you been in bands since your teens and have used earplugs? Okay, yeah. You guys still talking about earplugs. All right, that's fine. Let's imagine something else. Imagine you're in a group of friends and nobody can decide on what the heck to do. Because that's what it looks like right here in the chat. We're just sidebar. Like I'm over here like, hey guys, let's do this. And everyone's still talking about earplugs. Let's say you're in a group of friends. Nobody can decide on what to do. But then you have that one friend. Let's make me a little bit bigger. That's what she said. There we go. You have that one friend that just plans things and everyone just kind of shows up. Is that kind of what you guys want? It's fine, Christopher. Over here distracting everybody. Everyone, class. Paid crew. Over here. I got crayons. First aid training should be one activities on family. That'd be great idea. Great idea. So that would be a rescue class. Okay. Like a nice little first aid rescue class. I feel like a lot of people know what to do when somebody cuts their... I mean, especially when you have kids and they like scrape their knee, you kind of wash it off. We don't use peroxide anymore. I remember that as a kid. Wash it off, soapy water. It's going to sting a little bit. Sorry, buddy. And then you put a Band-Aid. So a Band-Aid is just a clean cloth, basically that little patch of cloth, and then some adhesive to keep it on, Band-Aid. But like, what do you do when there's like a pretty decent laceration and like a Band-Aid, you're going to need like 6 Band-Aids, right? Like, what do you do? Well, put some 4x4s on it, which is just a bigger cotton pad from a well, this thing's like spazzing out. Is the microphone too loud? Oh, that's why. There we go. Sorry about that. This thing got adjusted. So it's just basically a bigger part of the Band-Aid, and then you wrap it. Okay. Well, what about like a major arterial bleed? Well, tourniquet. What about if there's like a puncture somewhere? It's like, what do you do? Well, in all these situations, you call 911. So the whole rescue thing. Oh, you're welcome, Ole. Hopefully it's Ole or Ole. Nilsson, I'll just call you Nilsson. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm used to calling people by the last names anyways. I don't even remember most of the guys' on the fire department's first names, just their last names. But yeah, like stuff like a good first aid rescue class, very something simple, like it's an hour long, and then like pretend everybody shows up, right? Everyone shows up, there's pizzas, there's stuff, there's things. This is live, Jeremy. Like there's a bunch of stuff, and then it's like everyone's showing up, and then it's like, hey guys, we're gonna do an hour-long class. We'll break it up, 30 minutes here of talking, and then 30 minutes of like actually doing, and then let's get back to just kind of hanging out, kind of like that, like almost like a weekend thing. That'd be kind of cool. So I'm trying to think of digital versions of that. So I would set up a course. I'd create a course on the website for the Smart Rider crew, and then let's think about it. Like a course, and then host a live stream just for the Smart Rider crew on a specific day. Let's pretend Thursday nights. That's when the After the Ride podcast is going. Let's pretend, screw it. Let's pretend Wednesday nights. I host a live stream that talks about that specific course, and then answer some questions. Then it's like a hangout. It's like, hey guys, watch the course. Like I'll say let's say every Wednesday we meet up on a live stream. So like boom, let's say the first is a Wednesday. Let's say that Wednesday, the first of whatever month, we do our thing, and then at the end of that, I'd be like, hey guys, next Wednesday we're gonna go over first aid. Here's the link to the course. Go ahead and watch the course. And then next Wednesday, we're gonna go over the course. So if you couldn't watch it during the week, that's fine. We're gonna go over the course really quick. I'll do it live, because I'll have like the PowerPoints and whatnot. And then it's like the last 40 minutes or more, we're just kind of hanging out. So like if you're a Smart Rider crew and it's like it's a family thing, right? Put it on the TV. Get on your phone so you can chat in the chat. Have the kids watch it. And that's the thing is, I'll make sure I'm not cussing. I don't usually do that anyways. I'll understand that there's a younger audience watching too. It's family oriented. Do some shout outs, Hey, can you shout out to Jeff? Hey, Jeff. Like little things like that. I think that'd be fun. Because I would really like to do a local one too, but I think the digital stuff is good for now, until I build out the different PowerPoints so I can do local stuff. And the PowerPoints are basically just the new booklet, because the Smart Rider training manual is going to be landscaped like this, so that, this is a PowerPoint slide. These are PowerPoint slides basically. So every time when I make the book, every chapter, every module, are basically a PowerPoint presentation. I think it'll be fun. What else, guys? It's a great idea. The first aid one. Gosh, it's so much easier to do things in person, because like I would really like to host a film day for the drills. Like a film day for like the games. It's like, hey, I'll film you do your game, so then that's your entry. But then we'll have like we're gonna do like 5 drills on Saturday at this parking lot or at this spot, and I'll bring my camera equipment and everything. I'm gonna live stream it, or I'm gonna film it, and I'll probably just film it. I'll film it, and then you can actually have your footage too, like if you want to post it on your channel, or if you want to share it with friends. Please talk about the most common accidents amongst bikers and how we can avoid them. Okay. Basic bike maintenance would be cool. Yes, that'd be great. I do have an acquaintance that does really good motorcycle maintenance. We talked about it last year, about possibly having a class. And that's another thing. Nelson, I'll get to you real quick. I get distracted easily. That's another thing, is that I do want to reach out to other content creators, and let me preface a lot of this. Right now, we don't have enough members to fund me to pay for other content creators, because for me, like, I don't want to do free content for like somebody else. you guys recognize there's so much I have to do. So it's like I have to focus on these things. I can't help out other people in terms of free. So like I would want to pay another content creator to make a course. So like a good first aid course, a bike maintenance course, even like a stunting course. I tried this idea out a while back and I realized not everyone's like educational. They just kind of do. But that's how you start as a teacher. You just learn how to explain what you do. And that's what I do. And so right now I would have to do all these myself. But if we get more members, it's $120 a year at this point. The founder's role is kind of gone. If we get more members to a point where it's like, oh, I can now take these funds, like a big portion of it, and start paying creators to make courses for the crew, because you guys, I don't want you guys to think, because it's not the case. The shop and the YouTube and sponsorships basically pay for my cost of living. The Smart Rider Crew membership, the goal of it is to fund more educational content for the Smart Rider Crew. So the more the more members we have, the more we can do. And then also create like an affiliate program for those creators so that if they sell the course, they get a big percentage, especially since it's digital. The goal is just to get more education out there. And so there are a few creators that do good first aid stuff that I'd really love them to do. I can do it myself. I'll probably do a lot of these things myself and then just have them redo it or do their version of it and replace my version. And there's a guy that does bike maintenance, and it's like I could do it just very basic, like, it's basically inspection stuff, how to change your oil, also how to clean your chain, like little things like that. But I really want somebody to be like, here's how to change your brakes on your motorcycle. I've done that before. I've replaced my Harley brakes. I've changed out my exhaust. I've changed out my front suspension on a Harley. I changed out the clutch plates on the Harley. I would do my own oil maintenance. I did my own lighting kit underneath the Harley. Like all these things I've done myself, but I would really like somebody this is like what they do to host the course. I focus heavily on road strategy, motorcycle and driver road strategy. Because that's what I did a lot as a firefighter EMT on top of the medical, but I can't really teach. I mean, what's the point of teaching motorcyclists how to handle a tension pneumothorax? Well, I guess that's important, tension pneumothorax. But like how to teach like difficulty breathing, like what to do in a difficulty breathing situation. You don't have oxygen, you don't have all the medical supplies. So it's really just trauma related. And that's why I went out to get education. That's another thing with the Smart Rider Crew is that it funds me to go get education. So I took the TECC class back in 4 years? No, it's a 3-year cert. So that means 23 in 2023. I took a Stop the Bleed class. I became an MSF Rider Coach years ago. That was part of the Patreon. MSF Rider Coach to get that education. Accident Scene Management Instructor to get that education. And all that was funded by you guys, and I bring that to you guys. So it's almost like a dirty jobs thing. You guys are paying for me to do dirty jobs to share. Yeah, Moto Gaga, that's a good idea too. Yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of simple. I mean, I've changed out levers. A lot of that's kind of simple, especially on a Harley. But that's the thing is you kind of get into a problem when it's different bikes. So it would have to be very fundamental basics. So like chain, brakes. I mean, levers are pretty easy. A lot of the stuff is like headlight. Here's the common issue that you if you want to change out your headlight. First aid is very fundamental anyways, just because it's focused heavily on humans. All right, so the most common accidents amongst bikers and how we can avoid them. We all talk about that. I mean, that's part of what we do here on the live stream that we do is what we typically see, and I know a lot of you guys can can kind of chime in if you want to. The common accidents among bikers and how to avoid them. The most common accidents, and its statistics also, is intersections. It happens in intersections and it happens in corners. Okay. Those are the most common areas of accidents. Now, intersections. Why does it happen in intersections? Typically, a left turner in the United States. So that's a person. You're coming into the intersection. We'll probably see it on the live stream or on the clips. You're going through an intersection. Somebody's coming the other way, and they turn left in front of you. And then you don't really have time to respond. You T-bone. That's a very common. Same thing with somebody turning right from the side street, turning right in front of you, and you hit them in the rear. Very common in intersections. Huge thing. And that's why we focus heavily on the plan method, position for safety, locate hazardous situations. If corners and intersections are hazardous situations, we're locating them. So you see the lights, you see stop signs. So you locate it. Assess. Is there anybody in the left turn lane? Is there anybody waiting to turn right in front of you? Navigate. So what you do is try to put yourself back into a new position for safety. And so when you're approaching the intersection, what you're doing is you're rolling off the throttle just to get a little bit of weight transfer to that front tire, because you're slowing down with engine braking just a little bit. And you're definitely covering your brakes. You're looking for escape paths also. So if somebody's turning left in front of you, one thing that you can do, especially at an intersection, is slow it down going into an intersection. They don't know. It's not that big of a deal for you. Let's say you're going 45, go to like 38. Not a big deal. 40, not a big deal. But if they do pull out in front of you, now you're braking, swerving, or doing anything at a lower speed with more traction on the front tire. And so you either swerve left because they're going in front of you. Their version of left, they're going left. If you go left, you're going behind them. But you're also applying the brakes. You're slowing. Once you see that happens, you're applying good progressive brake pressure to buy yourself some time. Maybe they'll get out of your way before you even get close to them. Overall, it's a scary situation, but you're always looking for escape routes. A thing that typically we see on these live streams when it comes to intersections and corners is too much speed. You're going through the intersection too fast or higher than the flow rate. You're going like 10, 15 over, 20 over, 30 over, some of these people. Corners, same thing. You're going way too fast for the corner. Do the speed limit, slow it down before the turn. Do the speed limit, slow it down before the intersection. So the thing that you can really have a lot of control over is just maintaining a good, appropriate speed. Corners. It's typically a failure to negotiate the corner. It's not typically a car that's coming out at you. I like to mitigate the car issues by being in the middle of the lane through the corner. Middle, not outside, inside, outside. Middle. Because that gives you a space cushion to the left, space cushion to the right. And it forces you to stay in one lane. So you have to maintain a good, easy space or speed. And what that's forcing you to do, coloring within the lines, staying in that one line, it's forcing you to go at an appropriate speed that keeps you in that line. So if you go too fast, you start heading to the outside. If you go too slow, you start heading to the inside. You keep a nice speed. And that gives you the space cushions if somebody comes over the line. But since you're keeping a nice speed, failure to negotiate corners, typically because it's too fast. Well, if you're keeping a nice speed to maintain that little line, you're not going to go too fast. One thing that's going to help out with that, like I said, with intersections, you're looking for signs, locating hazardous situations. You're looking for the lights, the green light, yellow light, red light, and all that stuff. Stop signs. You're looking for the car turning left. You're looking for the car turning right. So in corners, since it's typically just the rider himself or herself failing to negotiate, well, before you enter that corner, sometimes they have the caution signs with like, hey, it's a sharp turn coming up, and it says recommended speed. Well, we're going to see that. I'll point it out during the live stream. You'll say recommended speed. Usually that recommended speed is slower than the speed limit. So let's say it's a 45, and it says underneath that turn sign, the caution sign, it says like 35 or 25. That means it's a sharp corner. It means that you're supposed to reduce your speed to navigate that corner. So when you see that ahead of time, think to yourself, I should probably do the recommended speed to start. And it's like, oh, this is easy. And then you can increase speed. Don't go into it if it's a 45-mile-an-hour road and it says recommended 25. Don't be like, I'm going to go 55, 60. Yeah, you might be 10, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, but you're going 20 to 40 miles an hour over, 30 to 40 miles over the recommended. Also look for chevrons, those little doot, 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 doot. That means it's a sharp corner. So just slow it down. Just slow it down. Turn. We see target fixation as a problem sometimes, and target fixation is just a tool. If you fixate on the problem, which is like the grass and the guardrail, you're gonna go towards it. If you target fixate on the solution, which is the road itself that's curving, and you focus heavily on it, you're gonna go towards it. That's where you want to go. So focus on signs, focus on cars turning left, focus on your speed, and target fixate on the solution. Target fixate on your escape route, not the problem. And if you need to brake, brake. Slow down, apply some progressive braking, and then swerve. Or swerve. You can do both. Try not to do it at the same time. Don't do a lot of braking and then try to swerve. Do some braking and then release the brakes a little bit and then swerve. Yeah, also flexing their abilities, which they don't have. Yeah, and that's another thing is like I'm going to practice getting my knee down, but in order to do that, I need to go faster. And it's like, well, you don't need to get your knee down, and you don't need to go faster. People keep blaming cagers or anything else. It's just not a great mindset to have when you're a soft kind of vehicle. And yeah, it's not a great mindset to have. And it goes back to what is your responsibility? What's your own personal responsibility? Take accountability for what you're doing. Make adjustments to your behavior. Do better. That's not just motorcycles. That's life. It's anything. I've learned to ride at 80% of my skill level at most. Can't be right on the edge all. Yes, and that I like to always go back to working out when it comes to progressive overload and not maxing out every single workout. You're doing like 80% of your workout, every workout. But here's the thing, you get stronger, right? So 80% 6 months ago is different than 80% now. Because you're doing a progressive overload. You're adding like 2.5 pounds a week or 5 pounds a week or 10 pounds a week. And then you're making adjustments, you plateau a little bit, so you make some adjustments and all that stuff. So your 80% now is different 80% back then, but you're never doing 100% every single time. You're still gonna improve. It's just that you keep that 20% safety cushion. And so when it comes to motorcycle riding, go 80%. And the more experience you get at 80%, in 6 months, your 80% is probably like 140%, from back then. Like you're every year of practice, 80%. In 10 years, you're 6 times better, 600% better than you were, 10 years ago. Play the long game. Play the long game. Don't try to force, because that's when you make mistakes in working out. That's when you get injured. You snap a tendon, tear a muscle, have issues. And then with motorcycling, if you're pushing 100% all the time, here's a crash, here's a close call. Now your bike's done. Now you can't ride. Now you got injured. Now you're freaked out to ride because you keep having close calls. It's like, just do 80%. Enjoy the ride. Play the long game. And the expert pilot uses expert judgment to avoid having to use their expert skill. I like that. That's good. It's true. We're going to get to the classroom. We're going to jump in the classroom. The reason why I started at 10 a.m. today instead of 11 is because I'm on a 4-hour schedule when it comes to my dog, because I let her out just in case she has to go to the bathroom because her colitis flare up. So I'm going to take the elevator. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Got some pizzas. He went to Costco We got some pizzas. Jeff went and got some pizzas for us, so I appreciate that, Jeff. You're doing good. You're doing good. There's a 3-year probation, so keep it up. If he gets knocked out, if he doesn't make it, one of you guys need to step up. One of you crew members. Hog Rider, I'm gonna nominate you real quick. Smee, you're on deck. Motogaga. Maybe we can get some help here. We're gonna do that. Maybe we get donuts next week. I'm ready, coach. Put me in, coach. We got some videos. Oh, we got to get the pen out. Jeff, you didn't get the pen. Thank you. There we are. Got it. Got it. You'll bring the Heineken? Yes. I'll take one. Kind of a Michelob Ultra, just very light, easy. What pen software do I use? Let's see. Epic Pen. I bought the bought it years ago. I don't have to do the whole month thing anymore because I bought like a lifetime license back when they first started. Epic Pen. But now they have this. I mean, all you really need, you don't need, I got all this. Basically you just do this if you want. It's just a pen. This is what it looks like. And then I hit delete. Every now and then you'll see this. Oh, I accidentally clicked this button instead of delete. You could do arrows. Change the color. You can make it a marker so it's a little bit lighter versus a pen, a little darker. You can type. You can change the size of it. I like this one. Undo. Yeah. It draws on the monitor, like on the screen. So it's like an overlay. I got the idea from watching American football. You have to make sure you click that. Yeah, you're welcome. I got a couple monitors here, so I keep it on a different monitor. What do I draw on but physically? You mean like for this kind of stuff? Oh, table touchpad screen. I don't draw anything physically. Mouse and keyboard, computer. Oh, the pen is just this. I just click that real quick and go boom, boom, boom. And then I hit delete and then I click the cursor and then I'm back to cursor. It's pretty cool software. Yeah, I just use a little behind the scenes. Oh, Crash Bandito. Just made a comment on 12 minutes ago on one of the older one of the videos from last week. Let's go ahead and read it. Let's read it. Okay. So I'm going to pin his comment. All right. So let's just do this. What video is this? This is the motorcycle exhaust catches fire. I'll just put it on the screen and I'll read it from there. Because people were saying like, oh, his commentary is AI and whatnot. Thanks for the commentary / feedback, Dan. Smiley face. I've seen comments about the voice I use. Just to clarify, it's a text-to-speech voice, which AI voice text-to-speech is actually pretty common on YouTube. Even Moto Madness used it before he stopped uploading, since commentary is important on the platform. YouTube makes it obligatory. Yes. Obligatory? Obligatory. Jeez, Daniel. To be honest, it's even nicer than just empty clips. Yep. It makes it more content, which it basically is. And it has been around since even before YouTube existed, like on TV back in the days with videos. Everything else in the video is created and compiled by me. Like many motorcycle channels, I collect videos with permission and also receive submissions. I even go the extra by asking the original writers for context, location, and that's what I assumed. So that's really nice, which is why there used to be long gaps between upload times, just so one video a month, while other channels even upload 2 to 3 times a week, which I definitely cannot. I agree. It's a lot of work. Recently, I've managed to upload more consistently, aiming for every Friday, though I still occasionally miss the deadline too. It's tough. Content creation is tough. Each video takes me about a week of work these days, thankfully. Yeah, and you know what? He's probably doing well because he gets a lot of views. The only real difference from other channels is voice speech. Just wanted to clear that up. And to fans, thanks for sticking around. I really do my best to get content out as fast as I can. I can use my own voice, but that would even set my upload timing even further back. Maybe back at 1 times per month again with the content edits I am making. Also, I earn not so much due to the content I'm making. I think fellow content creators in this niche know that too, and why. Yes, because it's crash compilations. How you doing, Blue Garage Customs? Because it's crash compilations and they get demonetized. I deal with that problem sometimes. Some videos do get demonetized. In fact, let me go ahead and show you. Monetization. Let's do limited, not monetized. Okay, let's take off not monetized because I do have videos that I just don't monetize. I mean, look at these. These are all not monetized videos. Oh, look, 100 rows per page, 30 out of 123. I mean, these are all not monetized videos because of due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. And all of these I've tried to, it's confirmed, age restricted, confirmed. I've tried to, oh, let's request this review. Let's do that. Confirmed. Just, it's annoying. So he's probably not getting a lot of money from YouTube. That's why you see a lot like Moto Stars, they'll push merch and stuff. Yeah. And they have to do this too at the beginning. That's why he has this now at the beginning. Because the algorithm will see this first and hopefully make it to where he's monetized. But that's why I changed it up. That's why I focus heavily on respond. Like it's not a React channel. We're using this as, I like to think of it as this is the if I'm making a meal. Please turn off the caps lock. Oh. When I'm making a meal, like you have like the base ingredients, and then the cook makes it taste good with certain things they add. So I like to treat like the Moto Stars video as the basic ingredients I got at the store, and then I put it all together in my own way, and it's all educational. So that's transformative. But let's make sure we have the pen. Oh, Dave Wayne. Please turn off caps lock. We could see you, buddy. You know, just because he responded, Motostars doesn't respond. Let's go. We're gonna do a third video today. We're gonna do a Crash Bandito video. We're gonna have to pick an older one because the MotoStars, the one he just put out, MotoStars just put out. You know, we'll do something a little bit older so people aren't like, we've already seen this. We've already seen this video, everybody. Why are you doing the same video? We already seen this video.
In this video,
bikers. We'll just do that. I gotta adjust. Because I keep a log. There. We've seen this video. We'll do that. Like crafting hacks videos. Yeah. Dan the Man, it's your channel. Don't let people tell you what to do with your channel. I get that with my... Yeah, I get it all the time. Get it all the time. Guys, we're going to jump into this video. We're going to do the pre-order as the thing. I want to push the Smart Rider crew, but I'm working on the stuff, and I don't... Thank you to the founders. You guys are supporting the educational content I'm building there. So I appreciate that, but I'm going to push this stuff. The new drill booklet. All right. So we're going to start off in the classroom. We'll do that. I'm going to hit that record button. I'm going to turn down the music just a tiny bit. There we go. 3, 2. We got 3 videos today. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. We have a MotoStars video today, but before we jump into that, let's go ahead and pause it. Oh, he's about to crash. We have a brand new pre-order for the new Smart Rider motorcycle training drills. This is a lot different. We have a bunch of different 24 drills. It's on pre-order for the physical booklet. So if you pre-order that, it's going to come out sometime in August, early August. But you get the digital version of it on your phone immediately as a digital download. But the physical one will be shipping out in August. I'm excited about that. It's going to be the basis for the Smart Rider games, which season 2 will start in September. So let's go ahead and jump into this. This guy just crashed. We're going to be watching some crashes and close calls, focusing on the plan method. Real quick, so we don't have to explain it again. Position for safety, line of sight, space cushion, escape routes, locate hazard situations, typically intersections, corners, and then patterns. Assessing relevant threats. Are they actually going to be a threat to you? And then navigating an active threat by emergency braking, emergency acceleration, or emergency swerving into a new position for safety. You're constantly doing this while you're riding. You're keeping yourself focused and you're keeping yourself paying attention on the ride, not zoning out. So let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. He's going 46. I see an open lane pattern. People are going to want to come out. We might get sideswiped. Let's take a look.
We are starting with a situation where too much speed and overconfidence lead to a pretty hard fall.
Roundabout, so it's an intersection.
Per gear, he came out completely unharmed.
Okay, hard swerve left, basically. Okay. All right, so he did crash. We lost traction on those tires. He's got looks like full gear, at least on the bottoms. Maybe he's got some protection underneath the jacket. But as smart riders, we're acquiring and using personal protective equipment just in case we fail. So we're going 46. You notice how everyone's slowing down before going through this? I get it. We're on motorcycles. We're very agile. We want to be able to have some fun. But realize that these roads are kind of designed for cars. And so it's not like a great sweeping turn. It's a very sharp little roundabout. So let's go a little bit slower. So when we're talking about locating hazard situations, an intersection, are we the relevant threat by going too fast? Yeah, maybe. So how do we navigate that? A little bit of braking. Maybe roll off the throttle, get some engine braking going.
Fortunately,
so we're coming up to here.
He came out completely.
So good job with the head check. He was looking for traffic. So look how hard of a turn we're doing here, because we're going to try to make that outside lane, and then another hard turn with acceleration and leaning it too hard. So in order for your tires to grip the road, okay, it needs traction. Once again, pretend you have 100% traction, 100 points of traction, point, whatever, 100 points. If you're turning, let's say you use 50. Okay, cool, use 50. But you also need some points or percentage of traction for braking and acceleration. So if we're turning hard and we're using 50, and then we accelerate, we use another 30 or 40. We only have like 10 more points of traction. We don't have a lot. So if we keep accelerating, we're gonna use more and more and more. Now, one's if there's a little bit of gravel. One's if there's a little bit of oil. One's if your tires are a little bit bald. What if there's just something there? Well, that just took out all of the rest of your points of traction. And guess what happens when you run out? You fall. You low side, you high side, whatever it is, you just dump the bike. And so that's what's happening here, is that he's going through the corner, very sharp turns, needs traction, and then accelerating. Oh, it needs more traction. Oh, maybe there's like a little bit of gravel. Oh, down on the ground. So how do we prevent something like this? When you go through here, just do the turn. Maintain speed. Maintain a little bit lower speed. Don't accelerate. Maintain your speed until you get out of there, until you get through here. And then when you're straight, because now we're not turning anymore, give it some speed. Don't give it a ton of speed through these roundabouts.
Ooh.
And that goes for corners. And honestly, you can practice. Oh, he's about to dump it. You can practice that on the orbit exercise. Yeah. Do it slow. Practice. See what you can do. All right, so let's see what happens here. Oh, geez.
It doesn't take much for the front tire to lock up on a dusty road.
No, it doesn't.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Everybody, live and learn. Make sure you live, laugh, and love, learn. Live and learn, everybody. AI just doesn't know how to do it. You never know when it's your time to crash. All right, let's take a look right at the beginning. Okay, so he's doing a little burnout. He's doing a rolling burnout, so he's putting a lot of weight on the front tire, so the rear tire doesn't have a ton of weight, so it's going to spin. It's going to burn out. So he's a stunter. How many levers does he have? It looks like he has 2 on the left hand over there. So one of them's the rear brake, and then he has the front brake right here. So he's actually using some of that. It looks like it grabbed traction and launched him back. My assumption, Brian636, if you're watching this, go ahead and explain it a little bit better because you're an amazing stunter. But that's what I'm assuming is happening. It grabbed traction and it pushed him forward because there's a lot of throttle going on. And so then now he's going to lose balance. So he straight up lose balance. When we talk about mechanism of injury on this, okay, so he doesn't have full gear. He's not wearing gear. So nice biceps, by the way. He looks like he's in shape. Is that a Ruroc? Don't like it. Probably not. But anyways, he's going to put his foot down. It's going to plant. It's going to grab some traction. His foot's going to grab some traction. So we're talking a little bit of ankle injuries. A little bit of ankle injuries right away. So I'm going to go ahead and do frame by frame. So possible ankle injuries. You see how it just launched back? It's because it grabbed traction and launched back. Now we're going forward. Natural instinct is to put your hands out to protect your core. Okay. Left forearm. That's his left forearm. Immediate road rash. You see the ground. It's that concrete stuff. That's not soft. It's not slippery. In terms of skin against it, that's going to start ripping. Okay. So we're talking about level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is just like that sunburn. Level 2 is now you're getting the epidermis, the top layer of skin kind of ripped off. Maybe you're getting some capillary bleeds. Level 3, you're starting to remove the dermis, the whole skin. Now you're getting some fleshy bits. So that's not fun. So hopefully it's just level 1. So there it is. Now you have left elbow injuries possibly because that impact. Look at that bicep. You can see the bicep vein even with the compression on YouTube. Good job, dude. So you're going to have the impact. So with motorcycle gear, you have armor there. Left iliac crest or left pelvis. So we're going to have some abrasions, possibly a bruised bone there. Not fun. Left side. That shirt's not going to do much. Now, the shirt kind of got rolled up, but now we're sliding on our back. So now we're having road rash all of our left side and now a little bit on our back. Head didn't hit, which is good, but still, that sudden deceleration is going to cause some brain sloshing a little bit. And then we're going to keep sliding for a couple dozen yards. Hopefully no cars are going to hit us, but we're sliding on our back, so we're going to have road rash on our back. And that's not fun to try to take care of. You're going to have somebody help you out with that, and taking a shower is going to suck.
Much for the front tire to lock up on a dusty road.
Live and learn. Use the engine shut off.
Time to go.
That's-
We don't have time to sit around.
Yeah, because you're doing reckless riding, and then that could be a ticket on top of your injury, so that sucks. It's considered reckless riding by law. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Road rash. Not fun. Skin will heal back, but yeah, then that's called guarding. So when you see, like, when you get hurt, you're like, ow, and you're doing that, you're guarding the pain. Like, it's a natural instinct to put pressure on the pain, which is pretty cool, what your natural instinct to do, because you're basically like putting pressure on the capillaries and all the different muscle tissues so that it can stop the internal bleeding inside the muscle and all that stuff. And so he's actually pressing on his left hip, which I told you guys the mechanism. So he's got some injuries. All right, what do we got here? Cop tries to kill dirt bike. Whoa. Is that an electric bike? Was that really a cop? Let's take a look. I don't see any markings. Yeah, I just think it's a D-bag truck driver. Yeah. Not fun. When you're in that situation, you're not catching up. Don't worry about it. Just wear some gear. All right, look at the road surface hazards. Not very fun, but we're kind of adjusting and moving away. We have a left turner right there. Oh, geez. So when we talked at the very beginning about plan, position for safety. So let's go back just a little bit further. Locating hazardous situations. So we're looking for patterns. And this is technically an intersection. It doesn't have lights, it doesn't have stop signs, all that stuff, but it's an intersection because you have possible cross traffic and a path of travel violation. So right here, we're in this position, we're adjusting to get away from road surface hazards. So he's locating road surface hazards, he's assessing if they're in his path of travel, and he's moving out of the way into a new position so he doesn't hit a pothole. So you're already doing that, but let's go ahead and apply it to other things in the road that could harm us. So right here, you can barely see it because you have a line of sight problem with this car blocking your view, but you can see the side of a vehicle. So you see the front of the vehicle here. Okay, you see the back of the vehicle right there, the one that's blocking your view, and you can barely see the side of the vehicle. So whenever I see that, I just assume they're going to start pulling out. So I'm already rolling off my throttle, paying attention. I'm assessing if it's a relevant threat right now. Once they start pulling out, it is an active threat. Progressive braking is very important. That's going to slow you down so they can possibly make it through. Or, typically you're looking for your escape paths. You notice how there's no cars behind that car right there? So you could swerve left into this lane if you have to hard. You can swerve hard left to get away from this person. But the thing is, he did a rev bomb. So he pulled in the clutch, gave it throttle. That means you have no power. You have no power. Once you pull in the clutch, you have no power. You can do this all you want. All the power is away from that rear wheel. None of the throttles go into that back tire. So that removes your ability to emergency accelerate out of something. And it makes it to where you're coasting wherever you're going. I want to keep power to my bike. So instead of rev bombing, which I don't recommend ever, is that you either emergency accelerate and swerve out of there, emergency brake, and then if you need to swerve out of there, or do a combination of all of those things. Don't remove your tools on your bike. So already recognizing that it's a possible situation, he's starting to slide a little bit this way to the left side. So he's instinctually moving to a new position for safety. Now he sees that they came out. So now we're having a swerve, but we have no power. We have no power. So he stops the rev bomb, and now he's going to swerve left. Just remove that wasted movement of rev bombing. The swerve is what saved him, not the rev bomb. So don't rev bomb.
Beautiful place.
It is a beautiful
Small
place.
mistake and a bit of target fixation.
Yeah, 40 miles an hour, not too bad. Kind of chilling.
It's fairly challenging twister.
It looks faster than it really is. So decently, decent turn right here coming up. Okay, another decent turn. This looks fun. Interesting body angle. Keep the bike more upright. Use your body to lean, not the bike to lean. Oh, went a little too fast for his
Whoa.
skill level.
Oh,
Was
we
able to slow it
good?
down.
Good.
Not a big deal. Nice little music. It's a small road, so you don't have a lot of room to make mistakes. Oh, geez. Oh, somebody crashed. Somebody crashed. So if you want to rescue, remain calm, ensure your own safety first, and if they are bleeding heavily, stop those bleeds. There you go. You got a bunch of buddies helping out. Obviously, everyone wants to leave because, like I said, it's considered reckless riding. You get a ticket for that kind of stuff. Motostars loves this music. So a bit wet out, don't panic, and try not to crash into solid objects. Very good advice. Going a little fast. We have a side of the vehicle. Slow it down, go around. Handled it. He's got an adventure bike, so he's able to go off-road a little bit. Okay, we're going into this pretty quickly. Okay, going into it pretty quickly. So here's the thing. When I drive, I maintain this. I'm maintaining this space cushion. I don't know if this truck and trailers or this van and trailer is going to come out. I don't know anything, but people are stopping. I'm going to keep a space cushion, going to relax a little bit. I don't need to go all the way up and be bottlenecked with everyone. I can stay back. And if people want to come in, I don't care. Just don't be super close. You notice how people are switching lanes because people are stopped. When you see brake lights, that is a relevant threat. And it's a hazardous situation. It could become a relevant threat. So just kind of sit back and relax. Just relax. If somebody comes out, don't worry about the horn. Switch to a new position for safety over here because they are going to take this space. Switch over a new position or start applying the brakes as best you can with good progressive braking. Try to get yourself out of that. So if they're going to switch that lane, you can either lane filter as an escape, but either way, you're going to have to stop. This is why back there, I was already slowing down. I don't want to get close to somebody and then have to slam the brakes. But good job swerving out of the way with some brake pressure. Move to a new lane. Now, this right here is an open lane pattern, so watch out for any other cars wanting to switch in front of you. It's open lane because of us. We have a nice open lane, big long line. You do that at the grocery store. You do that everywhere. Hey, that line's going faster. I'm moving in that lane.
So
all right, we're passing.
There he goes.
Blind.
Here, now he's gonna
blind turn.
this.
Blind
the bus
turn.
is gonna go around the turn, and he's gonna stop. And now I'm too close to him, and I just and I
slow
should've
speed
kept the
maneuvers.
camera going. A bunch of really nice women stopped.
Bunch of nice
everybody
women
behind me stopped, and then some motorcycles.
Okay, so what happened here was this is kind of a weird spot to be in. We're side by side with a car around a blind turn. Don't want to be there at all.
Here now he's gonna watch this. The bus is gonna go.
So this person stopped. So we don't necessarily have. I don't know why we're stopping too, but this is like a slow speed maneuver. This is like that friction zone throttle control, straight line, just kind of easing. And you can practice a lot of that with these drills because you're not going more than 15, 20 miles an hour on these drills. And so you can actually practice your slow speed balance using the drill booklet. Once again, it's on pre-order, but you can get the digital version right away. And so just kind of take it nice and slow. Practice. I don't know why we have to stop too.
And he's gonna stop, and now I'm too close to him, and I just
practice your slow speed stuff. Maybe short like me. This is was it the Tenere? So like when he stopped, he couldn't get his foot down quick enough. Maybe it's on an angle too, so you just couldn't balance it once he stopped.
The bike is okay. My hip is damaged, and I have a piriformis S and joints are out of whack, and I have pain down my legs.
Got it. All right, here we go. Riding in a group ride. They're staggered, not too bad.
Moment where the driver, ignoring others, went for a risky overtake.
Okay. Risky overtake. Car, that's a dumb move. Dumb move. I'm always looking at my side mirrors. Not always. I'm looking forward, but I'm scanning. I'm going like, I'm looking forward most of the time. Side mirror, looking forward, side mirror. Maybe blind spot, forward, side mirror. It's a 360 situational awareness. So when I see, when I'm this guy right here up front, and I see in my left mirror that somebody is passing, and then I look forward and I see a big semi, what I recognize, what I know, is that this person either is going to swerve behind me and possibly hit my dude, or he's going to accelerate super hard, which is what typically happens, and try to cut me off. And so when I see this, even in a car, if I'm in a car and I see this and I see a car coming up, I actually slow down. I slow down because I know this person's going to speed up. So I slow down so that when this person speeds up, they have room to get in front of me. I create a space cushion before they get in front of me. One, I don't want somebody to get hurt because they're an idiot. It happens, Darwin, all that stuff. Another thing is that if this car hits that semi right next to me or right in front of me, guess what's going to happen? That car is going to get launched into my path of travel, and I'm going to hit the car now. I'd rather just not have an issue. Slow it down a little bit once you see that in your mirrors. Let them in. Move on. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. But I'm doing it for my safety. That car driver would have been dead right there. And then that vehicle would have launched into me. All right, nighttime. Hazards. He's doing the little blink-blinks. So switched out in front of you, did a head check. Very good. Moving over. No headlights on. Barely. Those are like running lights. Those aren't really headlights. But he recognized and saw that. If he was going super fast, he would have hit that person possibly.
Dude.
You've been in that Horovac? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hands getting tired? All right, let's go and sit down then. Sit down, let your hands, You know, your hands have the smallest amount of muscle in them. It's mostly tendons and ligaments. What is really getting tired are your forearms. So if you're a stunter, do some forearm exercises. Do some do some hanging exercises. Do some flexion and extension for your forearms, so your hands don't get so tired. But yeah, you dump the bike. Dump the bike. All right, here we go. All right, somebody gonna switch in front of us. All right, so they're making a terrible turn. They get into our lane. You recognize it. Don't fight for it. You're not gonna win, dude. Don't fight for it. Not a big deal.
You brake check.
I have kids in the car.
Yeah.
Why
did you brake check me?
Because you're being a piece.
This is like, it's so weird. It's like we got somebody filming. This dude's angry. He says he has kids in the car. You're doing a terrible example of what a parent should do when it comes to emotional regulation. She's doing this so that you guys can laugh about it later. So you're enabling this bad behavior in front of your kids.
You want to kill me?
Oh, you want to kill them?
How?
This fucking close to my car?
I was going around you.
To speed up to let you.
What are you talking about?
Have a chance to pass.
Yeah, you. Look at you.
There was 6.
So it's foggy out. This is so if you don't know, in your visor, this is what it will look like inside your visor if you don't have a pin lock insert. So if you don't know what a pin lock is, Google it. PINLOCK. Pin lock. If you have the ability to put a pin lock inside your visor, it will be more clear than this. And that's why it's really important to have one. So if this is what the camera looks like, this is probably what the face shield looks like, and you notice how you just can't see. You can't see very well. So if you can't see very well, you don't have a pin lock, or the pin lock's failing for some reason, or this is what you view because it's so foggy out. No matter what, pin lock won't help when it's super foggy. Just realize you can't see that far, so don't speed. Because when you speed, you need a longer total stopping distance. You need to have this perception and reaction time ahead of time using your vision to be able to swerve, to be able to brake, to be able to escape. So let's not speed when it looks like this. Doesn't look like he's speeding, but still, I'm just explaining that.
On top of that, he didn't panic and managed
See how you can't see
to keep the bike
anything?
under control.
Like, what's the road surface? What's a deer coming out? You can't see that. Well, you couldn't see that anyways. But what if there's a car? Got very lucky. Get back in your lane. Get back in your lane. Get back in your lane. There you go. Okay. Pull off. Pull off. Double check everything. Get out of the road. There you go. Ensure your own safety first, because you also rescue yourself. Remain calm. Ensure your own safety first. Oh, geez, power wheelie into the, high mechanism. And he blew up. That's not good. So we're getting up to here, and there's the impact. So just like with a T-bone, you into the side of the car, it's a sudden deceleration into that. Sudden deceleration, so you see how we go forward? The camera is basically here because now he's going up and over. So in cars, what typically happens in a T-bone is that you can go down and under the steering wheel, or you can go up and over the steering wheel. Down and under, where your legs kind of slide, so your legs go first into the gas pedal, the brake, that area where your feet are, you're going to have leg injuries, big leg injuries. And then since you're not really, your whole body can't really go underneath there unless it's a very high impact and you just liquefy basically, your chest is going to hit the steering wheel and your face is going to hit the steering wheel. And the airbags are going to go off and it's going to hit you even harder. So you're going to have leg injuries, chest injuries, face injuries. Possibly, and then arm injuries because your hands go like that into the steering wheel, so you're gonna have thumbs kind of messed up. However, you have your hands up and over, you hit something, you're gonna go up and over the steering wheel, so you're gonna have chest, abdomen issues plus the airbag. And then what typically happens is that your head will hit the windshield. So this is why you wear seatbelts, because you don't want to get ejected through the windshield because you'll just die. You'll have spinal injuries, facial injuries, bad problems. You'll scalp yourself. And that's why we see, like, on windshields at a car accident, sometimes we'll see spidering of the windshield. So, like, there's a hit, and then it splays out like that on the windshield, and then it's, like, pushed out. That's when we know that the person hit their head. So on motorcycles, though, because it's a different compartment, right? Motorcycles, right here, when we hit, we go up and over. Typically, you're going to have thumb injuries. So skier's thumb. It's going to snap some ligaments here. Not a big deal, right? Well, you don't have seatbelts, so you're sliding on the seat forward, and then guess what's in front of the seat? It's your gas tank. And sometimes it's lifted up a little bit. So you're going to have genital and pelvic issues. So the fleshy bits are going to get tore up a little bit. And then the bone part, your pelvis, don't Google it. Don't Google it. With safe search off, don't look up a traumatic open book fracture. Basically what happens there is your front of your pelvis, where your bladder is and your pubic bone is, it basically just kind of splits open. Not good. And then you're going to keep sliding. Genitalia is going to hit this, right? Unless you get launched over, but still, everything's going to get these parts right here that are sharp. And then your legs are going to hit your clip-ons here, or your handlebars, right around the top of the pelvis, or top of the femur, or maybe mid-femur, possibly having bilateral femur fractures. Not good. Not good to have a femur fracture. A lot of blood flow. So how do we prevent a lot of this? Well, don't speed, don't act like an idiot, and don't crash into cars, and don't crash into drainage ditches. So very high mechanism injury, plus all the spinal, the head, and all the different stuff when he's ragdolling. Not good. All right, we're going fast here. Having some fun, knee down. All right, we're going to low side. Yep, there it is. All right, so we low sided. Lost traction. Ooh, you guys see this open lane pattern? Anybody going to come out? We're going very fast into an intersection. Possible collision. Let's see what happens. Okay. Just move over. While I was trying to cross the intersection at a green traffic light, I increased my speed. Suddenly, a person in a car appeared out of nowhere. They didn't look left or right at all and just drove into my lane. So they might have looked left. So we talk about a little bit with inattentional blindness, where car drivers are only looking for car drivers because that's what the brain is telling them to look for, because there's only 95% of the vehicle road users are cars. So the brain shuts off the rest of the 5%. We become part of that 5%. It's a brain thing. It's not their intention. They don't want to hit anybody. But when he said that one second. Said green. Okay, so that's probably a red turn arrow. I can't see green. I see more red. But I don't think it should be red because we got this car here. All right, anyways, it's a merge issue. Don't increase your speed going through an intersection. If it's a stale green light, coast through it at the appropriate speed. Look out for those merge areas. roundabout. Oh, we got a car coming out. Not a big deal. Since we weren't speeding, we just straightened it up, applied some good progressive brake pressure. Very good. All right, just kind of cruising, having some fun. All right, we got more vision. This person's coming out in front of you. Let them in, not a big deal. Don't fight for it. Practice downshifting. This is a good practice for downshifting, engine braking. All right, motorcycle rear end. What am I supposed to be looking at? Top screen or bottom screen? Okay, thank you. Top screen. Audio incoming. Here we go. What do we got? Oh. Was he off to the side in the original? So he was over here. So Conrad's roofing. Bro. Now, who knows? Who knows? Maybe the car back there hit this person, knock that person. Let's take a look. So, a little bump. That's a pretty big bump, though. Good job putting the side stand down. Turn off the bike. Yeah, Conrad's roofing. Come on, man. So they're just exchanging information. I make a turn onto a side street. Okay, pickup driver tries to hit me. Oh, geez. Oh, dude, come on, man. All right. You guys know this. I mean, this is just typical road behavior. So, red truck had a stop sign, stopped. Let's go back a little bit more. Okay, he comes to a stop. Rolling stop, it's a California stop, whatever. Didn't see us. We just pulled onto the side street. Line of sight issue with this car. Misunderstanding type stuff, right? Not a big deal. We see the vehicle already going through the intersection. Oh, but we have the right of way. We don't have a stop sign. We have a right of way. We should just be... Guys, you already see this going. Just kind of coast a little bit. Let them out and then you go. Not a big deal. Why accelerate in front of the car? Or the truck? Why accelerate in front of the truck? Just... It's common sense, right? Right, everybody? I mean, it's common sense. Oh, this looks like fun. Oh, just like, you know, hit a bump, so it went a little wide there. Not a big deal. It's a frozen road, so it's probably tough. Oh, it looks like there's wet. Yeah, so pretty slick. He's having a good time. A little bit of mud. All right, all right. So with this is a risk you take, but you're having a fun time. It's not like a car's going to hit you on a lot of these things, and then you're going on mud. It still hurts a little bit, but, I mean, well, he's having fun. Here we go. Nice little turn coming up. A lot of wind noise. All right. Oh, dear. So you notice how the wind noise kind of decreased? It's because he rolled the throttle, applied some brakes because he saw it ahead of time. Side of the deer. Let them through. Good job with the progressive braking. Thankfully, you saw it ahead of time. Typically, you don't. So he sees it here. He's rolling off throttle, applying the brakes, so he knows that deer's just going to run. Handled it. Handled it. Get back in your lane. Now you got some cool footage to share with your friends, dude. Did? All right. Whoa, what do we got here? What is that thing? Is that a radar thing? Jeez, we are outfitted. Tank bag, got a water bottle holder. Doesn't have a rock form mount, which, guys, I recommend. You get a nice discount, link in the description. Full on tactical, dude. He's got his feet up, chilling. I'd put your feet back down, though. Oh, he's got forward controls. Never mind. Ooh. Good job. I like the fact that we can see his feet here, because they're forward controls, so you see his right foot. He's applying rear brake, and he's applying front brake. So he's utilizing both brakes because he's going a little bit wide. Now, when it comes to planning, though, and we're locating hazardous situations, curves are hazardous situations. Also, we're looking for the chevrons. We talked about that before I hit the record button on the live stream on Tuesdays, typically, at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. These right here indicate it's a sharp turn, okay, the chevrons. Turn, sharp turn. We should probably take it a little bit slow. Can't see what's around the corner. Not good. But good job navigating this hazardous situation. His right foot applied the brakes. Looks like he only Looks like he only applied the rear brake. I recommend applying both or mainly the front brake. Either way, handled it pretty well. Good job. Thank you, MotoStars. Guys, grab yourself a slice of pizza. Grab yourself. Go ahead and go to the store and get the pre-order for this booklet. You get the digital download right away anyways. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next video and live stream. All right. All right. We got more. We got more. We got more. Let's take a look. Oh, what's this? What's this, everybody? What's this? We have a video here. Oh, I did forget a thumbnail. Dang it, you're right, Ramsian. Let's take a look at this real quick. This is the brand... Oh, it looks like I got rabbit ears. Looks like I got rabbit ears. This is the tuning fork. So this is one of the new drills inside the new drill booklet, the tuning fork. Let's take a look at it. All right, guys, the tuning fork. This is a lot of fun. It's going to be a little bit difficult, so let's familiarize ourselves with it. A bunch of U-turns. So around all of this. Make sure I use all the room I got around all of... Oh, not enough counterweight. You saw that. And now we're going to exit out. So I put my foot down because I didn't use enough counterweight. I used too much handlebar turn, but not enough counterweight onto the outside. But if it's okay to put your foot down. You just can't hit a cone, and you have to do the design. That's it. Feet down are fine. You can paddle walk the whole thing. You just can go slow. All right, here we go. A little bit more counterweight. This is the warm-up now. There we go. Exit out. It'd be fun to have like a group, and I set up my cameras and the timer
3, 2, 1.
and just film everybody. I think that'd be kind of fun. This is going to be a part of Season 2 Smart Rider
Be a
games.
better time.
This is the second exercise.
13.78 was good. I'll take that. And that's the thing, is you take the best time out of the 3.
That's right.
Yeah, 13.7 was better.
Next one's the boxer's glove, but we're not going to watch that one. We're going to go ahead and get out of that. We're going to jump right into this other MotoStars video. Let's take a look at the intro. Let's take it. This is a... One sec. Before we get into it. This is 4 years old. It is a Honda Rebel SC, baby. Love it. Oh, we got some blood. All right. Let's go ahead and hit that record button. This guy's not doing too good. This guy's not doing too good. All right. Let's jump into this one. Hit that record button in 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? We got a MotoStars video. This one's 4 years old. I definitely went over it probably 4 years ago, but let's see if the plan method applies to this. All right, we're getting a little boxed in here. Come on, MotoStars, you gonna talk? Nope. Okay.
The driver
So-
who believes that
Real quick before we jump into that, so we talk about open lane pattern, right? We just got to see right here, we're part of the open lane pattern. So our lane right in front of us is this white car, and we're kind of boxed in. We don't like this spot. It's going slower than the flow that we want to go. Hey, that rhymed. We did a head check. We looked left, and we switched lanes. Cars do that in front of us. They don't check. So we just did it. So it's a natural driver-rider behavior. So you can't get mad at people for it. You do it yourself. Head check, switch lanes.
the driver who believes that the indicator is giving him a right to
Don't like the space cushion, but I know I'm pausing it. But right here, the space cushion's terrible, but you see our line of sight and our skate path right there? That's good enough. So be off to the sides. Just don't be this close.
pushes the biker off the road despite the warning.
Yeah, 4 years ago, road rage and punching mirrors bingo cards. Get them out, guys. Ramsey. All right. Is this guy going to switch? There it is. Don't ride in blind spots. Don't ride side by side with cars if you can. We just did another open lane. We switched over. Hey, there it is. Punching mirrors. Make sure you write that down. This is a 4-year-old video. Back in the day, they did that all the time. Open lane pattern. Watch out for anybody coming out. Anybody coming out, don't like it. There you go. Slow it down. Slow it down. Downshifting. He's got a cast on, so maybe that contributed to the crash. Wear gloves, please. I need a thumbnail. I think it'll say like dumb pedestrians. I don't know. Kids running across the road. Watch out for that side of the pedestrian. Try not to go through them. All right, intersections. Hazardous situations. Okay, they're hazardous. So we're locating.
The hazard lights on. Yeah, I can't go
Okay.
back. So I was almost like
Pay attention. Pay attention. We're gonna pass people. We're gonna.
like I was just waiting to be run over.
I think this might be just a thing that you guys do back over
Eventually,
there.
Stop the vehicle.
Oh, 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 oh,
As you
oh,
can
oh.
see from here, he's trying to apologize, saying sorry. But all I wanted was
So he was parallel parking.
to be run over. Eventually, he saw me.
So if you see this, you're not gonna be able to paddle walk fast enough. You might have to just do that. You might have to do that. Don't just sit and freeze.
Stop the vehicle. And as you can see from here, he's trying to apologize, saying sorry. But all I wanted
Yeah.
was for
Good
him to
after
just
action
drive
review by
forward.
this
Yeah.
expat
thankfully-
biker.
The YZF.
Okay, we're gonna skip that though.
And if I am, I normally stick to the side. Try to be to the right side of them.
Yeah, stay to the right side,
Don't
go
try and be
around.
in the middle.
Yep, there you go. Good job.
Tires, slippery road, and the lack of attention ends up in a few
Slippery
scratches on
road.
the bike and an important lesson.
Important lesson. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. This person's going. It's green. We're gonna just go ahead and cruise on out. Not a big deal. Oh, there definitely had to be something on the road. There had to, because he was not going fast. So always watch out for road surface hazards. I can't see what's on the ground because of the compression from YouTube. But there's probably something on the ground. He's wearing full gear, so protecting himself, very good. That's what happens sometimes. So if you have full gear, you're somewhat protected, at least from injuries. Overall, not a good situation. So he's shifting. He's trying to get into neutral. So he could probably... Cold tires, possibly. Oh, no. I can't read that. All right, what do we got here? He's going pretty fast. Maybe it's just low frames per second. Okay. So we see somebody turning from the right lane across from you. Scary. Very scary. Apply some progressive braking to hopefully slow you down enough to buy you some time. You're not going to be able to stop in time. Your total stopping distance isn't good enough. Going a little fast for the area. And when I say area, I mean in the daytime, that might have been fine. But at nighttime, you can't see very far. So you want to ride a little bit differently than you do in the daytime versus nighttime. So the car's pulling out. What do we do? Kind of scary, right? Guy's doing this. Well, he's turning left. Do an emergency swerve right. Take up his lane. Now you can apply some brakes, front brake. You can slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh crap, then do it. Or you can do the original of just doing it. You have to do something. You can't just freeze. Braking isn't your only solution. Braking is not your only solution. You have a swerve. Practice your swerves. Too much speed, too much panic, Shmee. Yep. Too much panic, too much speed.
Incomprehensible behavior of the driver who
Nice
without
slow speed
looking
maneuvers. You
first
can
into the
practice
bike
that
and
with your
switching
Smart Rider drills. These are on pre-order right now. It's the brand new drills. We got some new drills in there. Also, my personal best times for the drills so far are attached to it. So try to beat my times. This is on pre-order. It should be shipping out at the beginning of August. But if you get it now, even pre-order, the digital version comes with it. So you'll automatically get it to your phone right away. Physical will come out when I finish or I get it all published and printed. But you can also just get the digital version right now. Links in the description for that. Check it out. Practice just low speeds. Do your things. Have fun in the parking lot. You only need 10 cones. Oh, who backs up? Who backs up at a gas station? Who does that? I mean, I guess if the pump that you went to isn't working, but seems like it's working. No, that's maybe not in order, but still, who backs up? Uh-oh. Oh, so what happened? Was that a layer down moment? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Is that a layer down moment? Oh, it looks like the car might have hit him. Got sideswiped. Overall, pretty bad. Watch out for the California drivers. Music, though. Remain calm. Ensure your own safety. Stop any major bleeds. So pull off to the side as best you can, but you have to ensure your own safety. You don't want to be part of the accident. All right, merge area. California once again. Nice little fluffy tail right there. All right, so we're coming up here. Yeah, they weren't supposed to come into our lane. But even in merge areas, just always be aware, because he might want to go to the 5 north. So in these merge areas, just always be aware people are going to be switching things until it's back on the main straight road. So just be cautious of that. Slow down. Anticipate people doing that. And when they do it, just let them have it. Apply the brakes. Switch lanes. Whatever it is you need to do. Oh, so sometimes they're separate. So diesel or petrol. Yeah. So she probably went to the diesel one. It's like, no, I need petrol. Same thing right here. Watch out. All right, moving on.
This is another proof of the indifference of drivers. Completely lack of reaction despite advance warning.
Yeah, you gotta be paying attention. Locate hazardous situation. You saw that person coming at you. Good job moving to a new position for safety and just kind of getting away from it. One thing that you could do is apply the brakes, but this worked out. That person should have been yielding, didn't. All right, I was filtering slowly, 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. That looks a little bit faster, but it's fine. Okay, this might not be a good spot to filter. It looks kind of tight. Yep, so we stopped and we paused. We can't filter. Do this, you're perfectly fine. Now, if somebody gets mad at you, okay, so he's gonna stay in the right lane. There you go, a little indicator. It's a nice little Harley Sportster. Is the guy gonna fight you? Okay, we're back into our lane, good. Who cares about the honk? Who cares? Not even a big deal. Move on. All right. Watch out for anybody coming into our lane. Right there. That's an open lane pattern. Okay, so this person switched over because they probably want to turn right. But you see this big line of people. We have this nice open lane. Open lane. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that part. But it's open. So people are going to want to switch over. Maybe he wants to switch back over, whatever, because he sees this big, long line of people. So don't accelerate super fast. Put yourself in a good position, maybe like over here, so you have this space cushion over here. Don't accelerate. Just kind of cruise. You're already beating all these people. You're already beating all of them. Just go ahead and cruise through. Pay attention just in case anybody wants to pull out. All right, so now he pulls out. What do? We're already downshifting. We have to stop anyways because this person's blocking, right? It's a stop. So we're already slowing down, stopping. So let's just go ahead and apply a little bit more brake pressure. Not a big deal. Let him in. Don't fight for it. Don't fight for it. I don't even use my horn in my car. No reason. No reason. I would have fixed that mirror for it because it was folded in. All right, good position. We can see. Green light. Don't know what's around this corner. Okay, good. We're going through. We got a bird flying. We got a side of the vehicle right there. Are they going to peek out? Peek out, peek out, peek out. Good job with the brakes to slow it down. Now we know what's happening. Now we just cruise through. Very good. So that's the side of the vehicle pattern. We talked about open lane pattern. Side of the vehicle indicates there's possibly traffic that can get into us. Okay? So once we see the side of the vehicle, go ahead and roll off the throttle, apply a little bit of brakes if you need to, kind of anticipate, oh, they came out. Okay, so it's a relevant hazard. We have to navigate it. Thankfully, they stopped, but we're already navigating by applying the brakes. We're going 13 miles an hour into 25. Very good. And then now that we see that everyone stopped, we kind of cruise through. Not a big deal. Handled it. Good job. Imagine if he was speeding. Imagine if he was speeding. Think about that. So how about you don't speed? So good job on this person.
I'm really glad to be able to show you this video, and I hope that as
Little
many
slow
people
speed
as
maneuvers.
possible will see the reaction and behavior of these two bikers.
All right, let's see if this is a good rescue video here. Okay, calling the ambulance. That's good.
Nehyb sa.
The rider's conscious and trying to sit down while the other men are discussing something, so we're taking over. Any unnecessary movement could eventually... Yes. Bones are sharp when they're
Nehyb sa,
broken.
bracho.
Mike starts to ask for any information that might help the professionals upon their arrival. Okay, doing an assessment. Communicates and stays conscious. If they go unconscious, it's fine, as long as they're breathing and they have circulation.
Dobre.
If they don't have circulation, they're not going to breathe.
Oddychuj. Buď v kľude.
Leave the helmet on. Can you breathe? Good. So he's right side pain. Okay. He's guarding that right arm and the back. Okay. Right side of the back. So possible ribs.
Jo, nehyb sa.
Possible spinal injuries. Let's take a look.
Nehyb sa, naozaj sa nehyb.
Don't
Tak,
move.
ako si.
Okay. Well, he's gonna move because he's in pain, but still, as long as he's laying there, he's fine. Keep the helmet on if he's breathing, talking.
Ľavá noha, OK.
Left leg, right
Dobre.
back.
Dobre.
We got some lacerations on the left hand. You can see some. I mean, that's a full lacer. That's a full. Yeah. You can see some of the tissue underneath. The rider's complaining about feeling too hot and wants to. No, don't.
Počkaj. Nemôžeme.
Very
Je ti
good.
teplo, ja viem, ale musíš vydržať, dobre?
Yep.
Nehyb sa vôbec.
Very good.
Skús.
If you can breathe,
Skús
keep it on.
Nemôžeme ti dať dole príľbu, naozaj. Pre tvoje dobro, dobre?
Because then you start.
Teraz to musíš chvíľku vydržať.
I'll talk about
dobre.
It's very good. These guys are doing really good when it comes to rescue.
No. Dobre bude, neboj sa, len ostaň tak, ako si, najlepšie.
Okay, let's see. He's uncomfortable because he's in pain.
No,
There's not much you could do about that.
Vydrž.
It's like, dude, you're gonna be uncomfortable for a while.
No. Vydrž.
How much more? How much more do we got? It's hard to breathe. Like, okay. Yep, the helmet won't go off. Good.
OK.
Unzip the jacket's fine.
Nemôže sa
As
posadiť
long as you're
teraz
not moving
určite.
them.
Môžeme ti len podložiť hlavu, Max.
See how careful they're trying to be. That's good.
Jo.
Yeah, they're gonna cut that anyways.
Nehybeme. Len moje... Má ťažko na... Jo.
Now that we have some basic info, what's your name? How old are you? What day is it today? Good. So inability to answer. So if he has that inability to answer these questions, definitely a TBI. If you can't remember your name, how old you are, because your brain's resetting, it's not good. What day it is today? Some days I forget. I sometimes have to look at my phone. But those ones, yeah, definitely. So possible TBI there.
Koľko máš rokov?
These guys have medical training.
Ja. Dobre. Vieš, aký je deň dneska?
Okay, so they're just doing an assessment.
Pláš, kamo.
What's your name? So he says his
Okay.
name. That's good. That's good.
Aha.
Okay, so let's go back here. I want to point out a few things.
And behavior of these two bikers.
Okay. So if you didn't notice, real quick, we're gonna take a look at the bike. before the person. So when you're walking up, this is what I do. I'm walking up, I'm seeing the bike, the car, whatever, it's a motor vehicle accident. Seeing the damage to that, because that gives you an idea of what could possibly be happening to the body of that person. So the guy on the left has already called 911, or the ambulance. So here's the thing about rescue is that first you remain calm. And if you notice, it says call 911 or tell someone to call 911. Because if nobody does, no one's going to get the ambulance. Ensure your own safety. They pulled off to the side. They're double checking traffic. Very good. So we're looking for hazards. That's going to be the big hazard when it comes to being in the roadway is other road users. And then wear PPE, so gloves, so you don't get the hazard of you're ensuring your own safety from any biological issues. So if this person has like hepatitis or very rare, but still you want to have some protection for your mucous membranes, any cuts on your hands. So wearing gloves because you're touching the person. So your eyeballs, you want to keep your visor down in case they start spitting blood. That's not good. You don't want it in your eyes. Same thing with your nose. It'll protect your nose and your mouth. Okay, so right here. Perfect. Look at the bike. So that's a frontal impact. Let's take that off. That's a frontal impact. So he hit something. Now, if you take a look at this vehicle, there's damage to the left side of the vehicle. My idea of what possibly would have happened is that this vehicle is sitting here somewhere, right? Back here, probably, obviously. And then this motorcyclist collided into the back of the side of that vehicle. So when he's saying he has right side pain, right knee, possibly from the impact of that vehicle. So he's going to have that frontal impact stuff. So we're, like I said earlier, we have open book fracture possibilities, hand injuries, and then we're going to have some issues when it comes to that. But when I'm looking at this, because then it gives me an idea of what's happening to this. It also kind of puts you in this mindset of, since you're like kind of, okay, I have a system. It keeps you calm too, because that's part of it, is remaining calm. Because if you're panicking and you're freaking out, you're not thinking of how to stop a major bleed.
Nehip sa.
So don't move. Okay, so he's conscious and trying to sit down, and they're taking over. Okay, so they're handling something else, probably talking to the ambulance. Any unnecessary movement can worsen it. So the fact that he's laying down, the ground itself is a splint. The ground is flat and it's hard, just like if you have a splint on your arm or splint somewhere else. The ground is a splint. So that's keeping his body in line. Yes, he's in the left lateral recumbent position, which is the recovery position. It's not necessarily on the supine position where his back is on the ground. But if he's comfortable here and we're not moving him over back and forth, that's fine. That's okay. Because now it's keeping his spine in basically in a line. So use the ground as a splint. Don't pick him up. Don't sit him down, because now he's like hunched over. Now he's doing this. Now he's doing that. You don't do that. Leave him on the ground. So they're talking about the helmet. Leave the helmet on. It's a full face helmet. The only time you take a full face helmet off is if they stop breathing. If they're breathing, keep it on. You can undo this part, because that can probably be pulling up on them. I get that. Undo the chin strap, but leave the full face helmet on. If they have, unless they're not breathing. If they have a 3/4 helmet or half helmet on, you still leave it on, because you have access to the airway. You leave it on. That's going to help, because when you're on your side, you guys know it. When you're imagine trying to sleep on your side without a pillow. You're doing this, right? Now with the helmet, it's going to push it up a little bit, so it's going to help keep him in line. You might want to pad the space underneath. Maybe grab like the piece of debris or his gloves and kind of pat it so he can lay his head down, but it's still in line. Instead of like doing this, it's now the padding keeps it in line. Try that. But yeah, you don't take it off unless they're not breathing.
Nehip sa, bracho.
Okay. So he starts to ask for information that might help the fresh. So what they're doing in the medical field and everything, I'd be asking mainly because it's a trauma incident, like where's the pain? So they do say that's very specific. So I always say point where the pain is with one finger. Because when you say where does it hurt, some people will be like right here. Okay, well that's like a big area. So point with one finger where it hurts. Right here. Right there. Right there. That's where it hurts. Okay, now you have a better idea. So if they're like, it hurts on my arm, like they do this. Well, it could be from here to here. Like the injury could be anywhere. So it's like, where does it specifically hurt? Right there. Just right there. So that's good information. But mainly for you guys, let's get this back on screen. They don't have to stay conscious. It's great if they do. Okay, for you guys, the main thing you want to be doing is stopping any major bleeds. Unless you know how to do rescue breathing, unless you know how to do surgery out in the field, unless you have, blood pressure cuff and blood glucose and pulse oximetry and a monitor and everything, you don't. Okay, you don't have that. The only thing you can really do is stop any major bleeds. So asking like medical history, like, hey, what's your medical history? What kind of medications do you take? When was your last oral intake? Like, what did you eat? Did you eat or drink anything last? Are you allergic to shellfish? Like, you don't need to ask these questions. You just need to ask and talk to them and try to keep them calm and keep them comfy as best you can, and then search for any major bleeds. So my biggest thing here is that, yeah, okay, cool, he's talking. This guy's talking to him. Me as the camera person, so this is the second rider, what I would be doing is I would first unzip all of this. I would completely unzip this. I would take both my hands and I'd basically grab as high up as I can on his leg. I'm not going to touch his wee-wee, but I'm still going to get close. And I'm going to go down the backside with my fingers with gloves, down the backside of his leg. And I look at my hands. Any blood? No. Cool. Did I feel any deformities? Did I feel like a wetness, or did I feel like some kind of like that's different than a human body? Possible injury there. And then I'm going to go down the other leg. And then I'm going to go down the other. I'm going to go down the arm. And then I'm going to go down the other arm. And since I unzipped everything, I want to check his chest for any chest trauma, any bleeding, because he had, and we saw how many jackets he has. He could be bleeding on his arm right here, or on his stomach, or on his chest, and it's being absorbed by the 3 or 4 layers of fabric. So you're not going to see any blood just by looking. You have to feel, you have to expose the patient. Now, if you're not comfortable with it, that's perfectly fine, but that's why I always recommend, and we used to sell rescue packs here, get yourself a set of trauma shears. Start cutting this stuff up. Start cutting it up. They're going to do it at the hospital. They're going to do it in the back of the ambulance. They're going to do it because they have to expose and they have to see if there's anything there. So get ahead of it. Now, I know some people are like, oh, it's an expensive jacket. It's this. Insurance will hopefully pay for new gear. Buy new gear. It did its job. It's over. It's done. So time to cut it up. Expose it. And so now you can see if there's any blood. So you can stop any major bleeds, because he could be bleeding out right now externally, and it's something that you can stop. So just the jacket. It doesn't have the back protector. Guys, get yourself a back protector for your jacket. That gray stuff, that gray foamy, squishy stuff that comes with jackets, that's just padding. Okay, get yourself an actual CE level 2 back protector to slide it in.
Oddychuj. Buď v kľude.
And that's another thing. So this guy, when I say have your face shield down and keep your helmet on as a way to have eye protection, nose protection, mouth protection, is that I've had patients, and he's starting to do it, with bloody hands, grabbing things. They'll touch your face. They'll try to do that stuff. I've had to grab somebody's wrist and be like, don't. Keep your hands still. Because they're going to touch you with their bloody hands. And now you're going to get blood in your eye, blood in your nose, blood in your mouth. And especially if he has a TBI, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just reaching for things. So be careful with that. I don't want someone else's blood in my eye. So right side, specific pain, right side. Okay, remember what we saw the accident, the vehicle? So he hit the right side, possibly. So a lot of people think, oh, my ribs are just right here. No, you ever seen a rib cage? It goes all the way to the spine. So you could have a broken rib back here. And you can feel your ribs. I can't because I have so much muscle. But you can have a broken rib. And there's something called a filial chest segment. So what's happening is that 2 ribs break, and they're basically, every time you breathe, it like does this. And so you're not allowing it's not allowing the lungs to expand, and it's very painful, and it almost feels like you're suffocating. So it's very dangerous. That's a skill that you can learn if you take a bigger class, but that's not something you're going to be able to do out in the field unless you have the equipment. Possible punctured lung.
Dobre.
Not fun.
Jo, nehyb sa.
Just real quick. I don't know if this is the case, but I always look for random things. So his leg does this, and I get he has a butt, but it does this. Usually the butt doesn't come out to the side. The butt's on the back, right? Whenever I see this little bump, especially right at the intersection of where the femoral head is going inside the hip, I always think that might be a dislocated hip or a broken hip. But the fact that he's able to move, that's a good sign. So I'm always looking for deformities. Could just because the pocket, but that's why I touch. I don't just look, I just touch.
Ľavá noha, OK. Dobre.
Because that's another thing is that what you don't realize sometimes, it's probably his pants, but this is a good example of what a deformity could look like. You see how it just from here, it looks like it's his pants, and it does this. A little bit of an exaggeration. That's what a leg will do with internal bleeding. That's what a leg will do. It will be like normal right here. This is normal. And all of a sudden you see like this little bump somewhere. That's internal bleeding and swelling. I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but I'm just showing you guys an example of what it could look like. Because sometimes that right there will be popping out like right here. And it uses gravity for the most part, so it'd be underneath the leg where it's like this pooling of blood and a little bump. And so there's probably a break in the femur in that aspect, so we'd have to do some other stuff, but I'm just sharing a little bit more.
Dobre.
It's probably just his pants and his butt. So he's feeling too hot and wants to remove his helmet. So no, we're not going to remove the helmet, but I like how they unzip.
Ideš.
Yeah, just keep talking to him. Keep him calm. If you're calm, they stay calm. They might be freaking out, whatever. And they talk about the TBI and asking certain questions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the jacket, though. So all of this can absorb, just even that bottom layer, absorbing blood. Second layer, absorbing blood. Third layer, absorbing blood. Unzip and then cut along the inside of the arms. Not his arm itself, but cut the jacket. Because that's usually where the ventilation is, not the abrasion resistance. That's going to be tough to cut through. Even though these scissors are really good, they'll cut through it. Just cut the inside, and then you can expose, and then you can kind of flap it back over to keep him unexposed after you check his arm. But you're not gonna be able to see any bleeding that you could be stopping if you don't expose the patient.
Áno, nehybeme.
And so he's like, it's hot, it's difficult to breathe. Well, let's do the jacket, not the helmet. That's good. That's a good idea. Good job on that.
Má ťažko.
So this is, inability to answer what's your name, how old you are, possible TBI, which they say here, okay? So what can you do for a TBI? Nothing really. So on the back side of the card, which comes with the rescue booklet, if you want to grab a rescue booklet from the store, it's a more in-depth booklet. It talks about like what you can do. It's a fun little cartoon comic style, like all the different things that you can do. It comes with one of these cards that you can keep in your wallet. So if you're on scene, you're like, oh crap, I don't remember what to do. I'm panicking. Okay, I just need to follow this. I need to follow this. This is the back side of the card right here. And so for head injury symptoms, which is going to be the TBI, these are the symptoms, but really the treatment for any of these things that you can do, just stop any external bleeding, lay them down. They're doing that. Monitor any changes. So if they start bleeding all of a sudden, or they start to, stop breathing, that's a change. And try to keep them warm. He's too hot, so that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and take some of that stuff off. But not much you can do there. It's just something to tell the paramedics that show up. Be like, hey, he can't answer his questions. He can't answer his name. He doesn't know his name. Like when we first got here, and then they'll ask and they'll say, hey, what's your name? He says the name. It's not that you're wrong. It's like, oh, well, he didn't know earlier, so I don't want to look like an idiot. No, that just means that earlier when his brain was still rebooting, he didn't remember, but now he's trending towards he can remember. And then maybe in the back of the ambulance, when they ask him again in 5 to 10 minutes, they're like, what's your name? He's like, I don't remember. So it's going to go in and out with a TBI. He's going to remember, not remember, remember, not remember. The goal is for him to remember at a longer time. So if it's every 5 minutes he remembers, doesn't remember, not good. But then the next time it goes, he remembers, doesn't remember, and it's 10 minutes. Remembers, doesn't remember, it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, days. It means he's trending towards his brain is recovering. Now, if he's going from like 30 minutes to 10 minutes to 5 minutes to 2 minutes, and he just straight up can't remember, now he's unconscious, obviously it's getting worse.
Vieš,
But yeah,
aký-
overall, great job by these riders. Excellent work. If I crash, I'd want them on. I want them to take care of me. They did great. So nice little explanation about rescue. But guys, if you like what we're doing here, please check out the store. We have the 2 booklets now. One's pre-order. This one's available right now. Links are in the description. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, pay attention, don't crash into things, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. All right, so we got that one. That was a quick little easy little rescue moment. That's pretty cool. But we have this in another video. So we have another crash video after this. This is the roller coaster. This is a new drill inside the new drill booklet for pre-order. So you might want to check it out. Links at the top of the chat. Let's go and take a look at it.
Guys, the roller coaster, go around that first cone to the outside, around everything, around 2 cones. Okay, this is actually probably gonna be a little bit easier. Shouldn't have said that. All right, so then around everything, up here, around to the outside, shift body, around everything, around these 2 cones, shift hard to the body, to the left, shift hard. Whew. I think I'm getting dehydrated or dizzy. All right, guys, 23.1. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Here we go, 3, 2, 1 for a warm-up. So around this first cone, around this, around this, around everything, and then around those 2 cones, and then cut back to where I just crossed right here. So around these 2 cones, shift in my body, shift in my body, exit out. All right, let's see what the time is. 20.78, so 20.7. All right, let's see if we can beat that. 3, 2, 1. Around these. Around these. Oh, scraping the peg. Shift body, exit out. 20.7 is what I had originally. Let's see, 19.
So if you want to get the yeah, if you want to get that little so on the right, that's a digital version of it. It goes on your phone. I'll go ahead and bring that up right here. This is the digital version. So if you get the pre-order, you'll get this instantly. If you just get the digital download, you'll get this instantly. But it's just the digital version on your phone. So I have it mounted on my phone. Boom, right there. This is the last one. This is the right there. Perfect. There it is. Pretty cool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's a lot of fun to play around and practice. So check it out. Links in this, the chat. But we got one more. And there's me talking.
The arrows and the design.
So if you noticed, there's a QR code. Get to the one. There's a QR code on it right there. So on the physical, you can scan it, but on the digital, you just click it. And it'll take you to the roller coaster. So even if you have your phone, you can still click it and it'll take you to the video. All right, let's take a look at this one. What time is it? Oh, I gotta get home soon. It's about that 4-hour window for my doggo. And I still gotta go to the post office because we got some orders. So here we go, guys. We're gonna take a look at this one. This is a Crash Bandito video. This one is, how old is this one? This one is a year ago. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
In this video,
all right, a Crash Bandito video.
Your composure
right,
and
let's take a look.
panic.
Lots of road surface hazards. Way different area. Now we're going to go for a swim. Oh, geez. At least the action camera is good underwater.
He saw another bike from the left, so in an attempt to avoid a collision, he swerved to the right.
Yeah. I almost would have rather just crashed into the person.
He apologized, and he did it in the most Indian way possible.
Okay, so far this video is a little weird, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. So he's riding, line of sight issue, got pushed out. So when we talk about planning our ride, right? So we last second saw something, we were assessing, boom, last second we have to navigate. We talk about emergency swerving. We talk about emergency braking. He couldn't have broken in time, so he swerved. Okay, we swerved into an escape that's water. All right. What about emergency acceleration? Just give it a little bit. Get yourself out of that. Get yourself out of that situation. You see this, you can't stop in time, you don't want to swerve. This guy's got his feet down, not going to be able to see that. But just accelerate. You were going straight. So he apologized in the most Indian way possible. Okay.
This incident shows the importance of defensive riding and why to be prepared for.
Let's take a look.
Others.
Okay. Dude, did you not see the car there? What is going on with that? Okay. So we have to stay in this right lane because that's what we're doing. We go into the available lane that we're supposed to be in. Okay, cool. It's also shared by the people turning right. They shouldn't be turning right. We have a green arrow over there. Okay, we have right away, right?
For faults of others.
Okay, now we're here. Well, they're obviously going to take our lane. Why are we still going towards them? Just adjust your turn. Guys, don't fight for lanes. This is what happens when you fight for the lane. At no point did we try to avoid.
And he got some scratches, but he should have worn better protective gear.
Yeah, he had regular jeans. See, it's not worth the pain. All right, this looks like fun, but we're going a little fast for the area. Okay, this is a year-old video. He does a little bit better. That's not our stop sign, I don't think. I think that's the stop sign for everybody merging into here, but we're going pretty fast. We're getting our knee down. We lost traction. Were we staring at the ladies over here? Yeah, we were probably looking at the lady. Dumps the bike. No gear. No gear. He's got high waters on. He's waiting for a flood or something. He's got some motorcycle boots, but these are impressive clothing options.
No, it's a chance that I'm there.
Even if you rewind the clip, you still might wonder what the cause of this accident was.
Okay, well,
The accident was caused by the change of road surface due to gravel on the road. In particular, when a motorcycle is leaning into a turn, encountering gravel or sand can disrupt.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, that could be a factor in this. It could be a factor in the crash where sand and change of this, but like, what are some other factors here, guys? We're going a little too fast in the corner. We're pushing it. We're having our little fun here. Sure, it could be gravel. It could be that stuff, but we're speeding. We're speeding. We're leaning the bike really far down. This is definitely a rider error, right, Hog Rider?
Encountering gravel or sand can disrupt the smooth contact between the tires and the road surface.
So Crash Bandito's not wrong, and I'm assuming because he did make a comment on one of my videos. He talks about how he asks for context. So more than likely, this person said there was sand and gravel, and so he's adding it to this video. And so yes, that can be a thing. That is a factor. Not wrong. There's multiple perspectives and perceptions on this. So the rider probably thinks that's the case. Now we're seeing it. We're using a different perspective. And it's like, well, maybe rider error when it comes to leaning the bike really hard and speeding through the corner. So there's multiple different factors that lead into a crash. Usually it's like one factor or two factors that lead to a close call. But when you start adding 3, 4, 5, then it turns into a crash. So if you have bald tires and you're going through a corner, maybe have a loss of traction. 2 factors, right? Bald tires, going through a corner, speeding, a little bit of rain. Multiple factors causing a crash. So that's why we try to limit how many factors we run into.
This disruption can cause the motorcyclist was able to slip out. In this video,
okay,
motorcyclist
having some fun
riding and then transitioning back into regular traffic.
Oh,
but unfortunately fails to notice an approaching car from the right. While he did see the car, it's possible that his hours-long off-road ride had momentarily affected his concentration. This
Good.
incident shows the importance of focus.
I didn't have to
when
say
riding.
that. So right here, it's possible that his hours-long
off-road ride
ride
momentarily affected his concentration.
absolutely true. That could happen. So if you're off on a ride, a long group ride, or just going for a long ride yourself, a long drive, right? You start to lose some brain power just because your brain is tired. Think of it as doing a really long workout for your upper body. Your full body workout, very long. Towards the end, you're losing strength. Towards the end, you're losing stamina. Towards the end, your glucose is coming down, your ATP and everything, the Krebs cycle is not working as well, right? So your electrolytes and everything's kind of being affected too. So it does affect you. When it comes to this part, though,
Into regular traffic.
when we're going into regular traffic, everybody is going, right? We don't want to be stuck behind. We don't want to split up either. So when we talk about group riding in the corners and I say ride your own ride and they're going faster than you are, perfectly fine. Don't try to keep up if it's not gonna be safe for you. If everyone's passing this vehicle and going into oncoming traffic to pass the vehicle because there's a big gap, but by the time you get to it, there's a car coming, doesn't mean you go. It means you wait and then you go when it's safe for you to do so. Same thing here. Everyone's going when it's safe for them to do so. We come up, we don't want to get far behind. So we decide to go even though it wasn't safe to do so. This is why you talk on your Cardo Pack Talk Edges, link in description for 10% off if you really want one. And you tell them, hey, I gotta wait, slow down a little bit. And it looks like everybody
fails to notice an approaching car from the right.
It looks like this guy right here. So this guy made it onto the main road. This guy is shooting for the shoulder, knowing full well this person over here is coming too quick. We decide to go and possibly do the same thing. Don't do it. Just wait. Just wait. And that it seems like, here's the thing. Let's add these two things together. It seems like that's a no-brainer, right? It seems like a no-brainer. But just like what Crash Bandito said, is the hours-long riding could have affected his concentration. He did look right. He did see it. But he made a choice to go. Now, if you are fresh, you've only been riding for 5 minutes, maybe you just started your ride, you would have thought to yourself, I'm not going to go because there's cars coming. But after an hours long riding, you're like, okay, I see it. I'm just, my body's naturally going anyways. My brain and my body's not communicating well. It's almost like, guess what? It's almost like you're drunk. So being exhausted, same thing with nighttime driving, being tired and driving, it's like you're drunk. You're not making decisions quickly and your body's not working with your brain. Same thing here. But still, the main thing here is to ride your own ride. Be careful. See how slow he was going to get there? Because he just knew it was happening. Very high impact.
Car.
Very dangerous.
In this footage from France, we
From
observe
France.
a rider maintaining a safe and appropriate speed while keeping a sufficient distance from the car ahead.
That's a space cushion. Very good. That's a space cushion. Okay, that's decent. I would be off when it comes to planning. I'd be off to the side a little bit. You see how you can't see around? They already have brake lights. This is your space cushion. Okay, if I'm off to the side and they slam the brakes, I'm lane filtering or lane splitting. Here, I have to swerve to do that. I'd rather just kind of naturally go in a lane filtering position.
Yet, at the intersection, a car unexpectedly overlooks the rider, resulting in a forceful collision.
Oh.
It is clear that the Mercedes did not look properly and is
Yeah, they're at fault. So, in a car or on a motorcycle, when I see somebody wanting to turn right and they're slowing down, I slow down with them to maintain a good space cushion. I slow down with them, and then when I can finally see around the vehicle after they turn, I go. Like, I'm slowing down until I can see, and that's a line of sight issue. I don't go where it's unknown. I don't walk into, I mean, I could see pretty good at dark when it's dark out, but I don't sprint in the dark. I'm walking cautiously in the dark. I'm driving behind a vehicle like this cautiously. I'm riding behind him cautiously when I can't see what's possibly happening. And if he's turning right, that means it's an intersection.
A car unexpectedly overlooks the rider.
So right here, I'm still slowing it down until
forceful collision.
Here, and then I'll speed up if there's no cars. But I'm slowing down. You see how the space cushion's diminished? It's a lot closer now. We're a lot closer to the white car. I'm slowing down, and if I see a car there, it's like, oh, I'm still slowing down. And then this happens, and then I'm applying the brakes. I'm not using the horn. But if there's no car, then I would speed up and go.
Mercedes of the white. This could have been offensive because no matter what happens, you are the one ending on the ground.
Yep.
Our biker enjoy. You should always take measures whenever you are in a blind spot.
Yep.
Here we have our biker enjoying a ride with his girlfriend seated behind him.
Uh-oh.
Keep in mind that navigating sharp turns with the added weight of a passenger can be trickier compared to riding solo.
Yep. Please don't fall off. Sharp left turn coming up. Yep, that's the... No! Okay, so what happened here? We're gonna get a thumbnail there. That's a good one. Okay, so we have a little twisty sign. Okay, sharp left, sharp right. Okay, we just made it through. Sharp left turn. Okay, we're accelerating hard to get up with these people. Now, when it comes to having a passenger or any weight on your bike, you need more time to slow down before a turn. More time before you have to brake. Okay, you need more distance. You need all of that stuff. And so if we're speeding up here, he doesn't have enough time to slow down. It's a sharp turn. So you see how he's trying to slow down. The bike's doing this because he's applying the brakes really hard. See that right there? He's applying it really hard. He's not set up for the turn. If he was by himself, he probably could have done this. Maybe. But he has a passenger, so he needs more time to slow down. And so he didn't. No! He goes up and over. Thumbnail. And that's going to be a problem. So when we're coming through intersection or coming to an intersection, we have to stop. You need more total stopping distance. When we're coming to a corner, you need to slow it down more ahead of time. Much more time before the turn. And then acceleration. Don't accelerate super hard because you're going to have more weight on the back tire. What happens when you accelerate hard and you put weight on the back tire? Stunters starts to do that a little bit easier. So smoother, more distance. It's very important when you have a passenger.
Amo, come stai?
Very lucky. Very lucky.
La foto che non ha frenato. Fermati. Amo, sali. Sali.
Very lucky.
Vai. Ho la felpa. Ho detto pure. Mi stava andando lungo.
You might be curious about the cause of this crash.
Let's find out. What crash made it? What do you think?
The rider miscalculated the required speed for the turn.
Yep.
This miscalculation led to a moment of panic, resulting in a well-known biker accident phenomenon.
Target fixation. Hey, look at that.
The riders.
I like that. I like that. This was a year ago. Crash Bandito, have you been watching this channel, or you're learning a lot? So don't target fixate on the problem. Target fixate on the solution.
Accident phenomenon. Target fixation. The rider's gaze fixated on the fence railing in
right
front
there
of them,
instead of over here.
Observe how they unintentionally steered toward the fixation point.
Yep.
This shows the crucial lesson of always looking where you want to go, as failing to do so can inadvertently steer you toward what you're fixated on.
She's lucky that she did not get injured. All right, going through a corner, nice and easy.
Smoothly navigating his Ducati along a scenic road, skillfully riding these turns.
Handling it.
However, the mood to
the GoPro Hero 4, that's an old camera. I used to have the Hero before Hero 2.
Takes a swift turn when he crashes.
Sharp right turn, okay. What do we got here? Oh, you see the road? There's a decreasing radius. Surprised they didn't have a sign for that. Let's go back a little bit more.
However, the mood
it didn't have a sign.
Takes a swift turn when he crashes.
So it looks like it's a 90-degree turn right here. And if you notice, see how it goes? It keeps going, and then it disappears quickly. So it was doing like this, and then it did this, like quickly. So this is the part right here where he crashed because it turned in quickly. So when you're making these turns and it looks like it just keeps going, roll off the throttle. Roll off the throttle. Don't maintain or give it. Roll off the throttle, slow it down a little bit with engine braking, and then make that turn because it's gonna come up to you. See how it just keeps going? It's not a 90-degree. What he was doing to solve that problem was maintaining throttle and just leaning more. Oh, I'm going to make the turn if I lean more. So I just kept maintaining, leaning. Oh, crap, I got to lean more. Roll off the throttle, you don't have to lean as much. That sucks.
Wondering what unfolded here?
Oh, let's find out. Let's see.
As the rider navigates this turn, take notice of the crack in the road.
Okay,
Even
there's a
shallow
crack.
surface irregularity like this can result in an abrupt change that compromises.
But he didn't go over it. I get it. He didn't go over it, though. Because his tires are straight up and down right here. The crack is like this. So, I mean, yeah, that crack could do it. And once again, Crash Bandito gets context and they send it in, and it's like, when a rider sees it after the fact, like, oh, it's the crack. It's the turn.
Compromises tire traction, especially when the motorcycle is leaned over. This shows the significance of
there could have been a different crack
and staying vigilant to reduce these.
Definitely a road surface hazard could be an issue, but oh geez.
In this video,
sharp right, sharp left turns.
Cruising his ride through the scenic canyons, enjoying his ride.
This looks like Arizona.
However, the excitement takes an abrupt turn.
All right, what do we got here? Sharp left turn, 15 miles per hour recommended. We're going 57. Slowed it down. Very good. Very good. Okay, lots of editing cuts. Boom, boom, back and forth. Now let's go front. Let's go back. No, another cut, jump cut. Let's go back. Oh, no. Okay.
In this instance, the
Let's see what
biker
happens.
also falls prey to target fixation.
Target fixation,
locking his vision
okay.
onto a particular point, thereby locking. Also falls prey to target fixation, locking his vision.
I was wondering if that guy was just, they were setting up a footage thing, but they weren't. So he was just going really fast. How fast are we going? We're going 69. Nice. 69 miles per hour. 69 miles per hour. Sure. Target fixating on the problem because we got into a problem situation. So we got ourselves into a problem situation when we panicked, and now we're focused on the problem because we're in a panic. How to remove ourselves from getting into a panic in the first place, right? Let's not go as super fast as possible. This is a beautiful area. Just chill, cruise. That guy's probably cruising. Now he's having lunch. Not a big deal. He's not crashing. Should wear some gear, but we're cruising. We're going fast into a corner that you can't see what's around it. It's a blind corner. Slow it down. You're not going to go into a panic.
Vision onto a particular point.
75 now. Now he's slowing down.
Thereby locking his trajectory.
So, yeah, locking. So I'm sure Crash Bandito is going to say it. So he's locking his trajectory here because he's target fixating. If he target fixated on the solution, he'd be locking his trajectory into that. It's still very hard to navigate into that solution part because we're going so fast. Slow it down, because if you get into a panic, for some reason you're going 45, 35, and you're like, oh crap, panic, because my skill level is not good enough. At least at 35, it's much easier to hit this than at 75. So just take it a little bit easier.
Trajectory onto it. Unfortunately, by the time he realized, it was already too late.
Bike is done. That's going to be almost impossible to get out with just two buddies, especially if you're injured. That's going to... Yeah, that's not getting out. That's going to be a landmark for hikers. Let's take a look at this. A little panic, a little shaking because he's applying the brakes.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Crash Bandito. This is a shorter video from Crash Bandito, but appreciate it. So with that said, ride safe, be safe, grab yourself a Smart Rider Drill booklet pre-order. Bunch of drills here. Check it out. You get the digital download instantly. These will ship out in August. with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Okay, maybe his newer stuff is a little bit better, but overall pretty good. Crash Bandito, pretty good. He made a comment, so I wanted to do a video. I was only gonna do 2. My voice is starting to go out right now because I've been talking for 3 hours. This is a 3-hour live stream. It's good to have you guys in here. Colin, you've been here forever, this whole time. Hope you guys are doing well. Can't stand still. How you doing, Horvath? Good to see you. I've been reading some of your guys' chats too. Like it's nice to like in between. I can get some instant stuffs here, but let's head to the office real quick. Let's finish it off here in the office. It's lunchtime. I'm gonna make myself some lunch. Actually, I might just get some tacos. It's already what, Tuesday? It's Wednesday. I should probably make some lunch. I should probably do that. Back's a little sore. Did a nice little workout. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these videos. I'm gonna edit these videos tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning. I'm gonna have to upload, do a bunch of stuff. If you're a YouTube member, you'll probably see them early. This will come out. I want to say Friday, Saturday, Sunday because we did 3 videos. Might have to cut up a few of them. So it might be like 4 or 5 videos. That's pretty cool. But we got the drills for pre-order, and I'm gonna be working on a few things. I'm moving a lot of stuff. It's my birthday weekend, so I'll be out of town also. But I just sent a newsletter, or I sent an email to all the participants of Season 1 Smart Rider Games, and I'm gonna get your shipping information. I'm gonna be hopefully shipping them out Friday, and get all that stuff done Friday, because I want to make sure I get as much as I can out and get you guys this stuff. I'm not gonna wait for everybody to respond back. I already got a couple responses, so if you respond between now and Friday, it's shipping out. So make sure you guys check that out. If you did participate in the games, Season 2 will be in September. I'm going to be working hard on the Smart Rider Training Manual in August, and this month I'm going to get all this stuff kind of set up. My goal is to get all the videos done, not necessarily the book, but all the videos done for the Smart Rider crew before the end of fall. That way you guys can get going, and it's kind of prepped for spring, because in the wintertime I'm going to be doing some more stuff and getting the book done hopefully in December, by December, so that it's ready for the springtime for everybody else. But with that said, my voice is going out. I need to drink some water, and I got some prep to do. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. I'll be doing an After the Ride tomorrow. I'm going to see if my buddy's going to be able to join me. It's going to be fun. But next week, I'll be back on Tuesday. Bye.